Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome to a bit of the World of Warcraft Burning Crusade Classic Anniversary Edition, where hopefully everything's going to go okay with my UI, because I've downloaded ElvUI, which I've learnt is no longer on CurseForge. So, let's make sure that this is all good. Shared profile, anniversary. Let's see. Harder scale. Whatever the case may be, is right. So, whatever you load the UI. This is going to probably be a bit of arsing about this, I'm not going to lie. So, what I need to do now is I need to get my UI from profiles. The current profile should be main 1. So it's a bit smaller than I would like, but we will figure it out. Oh my word, okay, right. I just realised what else we need to do. We need to have everything but Questy and ElvUI. Necrosis! Right, let's have a look. Is this going to do it now? So, I appreciate everything's a bit small and hard to see. Hopefully this looks okay, and if it's not, yeah, the scale could do with some work, I won't lie. We've got some things to figure out. Right, where's my pet bag on? I was expecting it to be here. Obviously that's going to be a bit of a problem if we don't have that. We're also missing another bar. It's okay, we'll figure it out, but I'm not going to spend all day doing the UI, by the way. But I want to check very quickly our movers. Where are my movers? Pet bar. Right, it's because it's overlapping with something. Let's put that down here. Well, my pet's on a different bar, is that the problem? Right, okay. I'll quickly move that again. I do like ElvUI because you do get lots of options. And it is absolutely insane. It's a really, really robust UI add-on. But the scale is all to cock. I don't really like the scale of this. Ah, because I think I actually had it at 83. Oh, that's actually quite large and in charge. You know what? I like that. That's much better. Let's bring that down to about 75. That'll do, I think. You like the UI? We're going to be doing this a lot, by the way. So, anyway, I need to make sure my pets are actually somewhere. So, demonology. I want my... Well, let's have demonology. Some Felsteed. Okay, yep, we've got that. Some imp. Got there. Let's have a void walker. Yeah, as I said, this is just until I get the bars sorted properly. So it's going to look a bit like crap at the moment. It will get better. One of the good things about LVI as well is, look how far back the camera can go! That's insane! And you know what? I'm absolutely okay with that. Like, that is brilliant for me. I can see, oops, I can see so much going on in the world. And isn't it so much better as well, you can actually see everything going on. Yeah, it probably does actually provide a lot of advantage, but the thing is that in a raid environment or whatever, I'm going to want to see everything. Right, so our quests when we started. Do we have anything here? It's going to tell us. So we have got quests to accept. Let's take on some of the quests that we've got here. By the way, this might be a shorter episode today because I've got other places to go.
Hello.
Okay, so
See you later.
fine, it's an ingredient quest. Nothing really, I'm not reading all that text for that. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me if I don't quite necessarily see everything in. I think I was not great. I will change this. This is an ongoing progress. I can't help but feel sorry for old Jim there. It was always like that. Ran an inn and the marsh for a while. Wonderful place. Look, I don't really want to talk about it. Bring it with Captain Vimes. Captain Vimes. As in As in guards vibes. You got trading dummies as well, that's cool. Right, there are lots of quests here. It is a really cool quest line, this Theramore. And I think as well, because a lot of it is... I will say, I think a lot of quests in Theramore are generally centralised. What am I doing? What's this? SI7?
How are you?
It's good to meet you with the Warlock. It's good to meet you, Warlock. I've come to Theramore to help eliminate the problem of the deserters. Not only have some of the men abandoned their posts, but some have filtered back into the town. The deserters are spreading lies and propaganda, convincing others to join their ranks. At virtually every guard post throughout the docks, find them, expose them, and discredit them. At this point, anything that risks inspiring more sympathy for them.
See you around.
So, in Theramore, one of the big problems is the deserter crisis, and you've got to find out why that is.
Well met.
This old lighthouse.
Farewell.
The old lighthouse to the east hasn't worked for some time, but Babs Fezzeltalk has gotten it into her head to get it working again, and now she plans to do it by herself, but she claims that it'll make the movement of the ships and goods into the docks smoother, so I can't really object. Drawing duty on the docks is really nothing to complain about when you could be on the front lines, you know? I will say this, I like this, how that character didn't actually really appreciate what good a lighthouse can do, because they're a guard captain, essentially. What do they know about, you know, the workings of a lighthouse? Sort of thing, you know? And I liked that. Oh yes, it also comes with bag organisation as well. We've got the key slot there, the key ring there as well. Money there. Vinegars, salt bags.
I can't put that there.
Confused. Try again. Okay. So we've got any quests to do here. Right, there is something, a quest to hand in there. But I'm not going to do that right now. I feel like I'm sitting too close to the screen. I can't here, come over here. Oh, so I'm guessing this actually counts as being involved, which is interesting. Okay, so yeah, I like that there's characters in the game that are not going to be knowledgeable about everything. I'm reminded of like Warhammer 40k, where like, you're very unlikely to actually see a I thought I got rid of this window here. Oh yeah. Right, so I need to find the missing diplomat, which is down here. And central point explored. So, yeah, so I like in 40k where it's very unlikely where you will see a Space Marine in your lifetime. Even as a guardsman, there's a very good chance you will never see a single Space Marine. So that's why like, the Silver Skulls and the Infinite and the Divine are believed to be real ones now. Oh, hello there, Archmage, who's just suddenly appeared out of nowhere. I'll see to you in a minute.
Hey there.
Defiance and Dustwallow.
See you around.
My scouts have reported a shipwreck just off the beach to the northwest. Shipwrecks aren't all that unusual out here, but the reports indicated this. Survivors are all wearing red bandanas. The Defiance are craftsmen and guildsmen, not sailors. What are they doing at the site of a shipwreck on the continent? They have no interest in it. Their leader is rumored to reside on the large island just off the coast to the northwest. Can only retrieve any documents in his possession.
Have a good one.
Like I would just assume he's going to have those documents.
Well met.
So, we must be brief because there's much to do. Okay, so this is for the missing diplomats. This is where we're trying to find out the missing diplomat is actually Varian Wren. The man you seek, the one known as Handel, is not here. Other sources have brought to the Lady Proud more information that I believe you already know. She has asked me to find you and give you aid in your venture. If you will allow it, I will allow it. I will tell you where to find Private Handel just so we can bring him to justice.
Light bless you.
Okay, Proud Moss Defense. Oh, that's a buff. So I'll move my buffs down here. So, armor is increased by 40, stone increased by 10. Nice, thank you. Okay, so just look for the tents along the road. He's on guard duty. Keep tabs on the horde base, Brackenwall. Ah, Brackenwall's down here.
Go with honor, friend.
I forgot. So the missing diplomat is down here. There's more stuff down there. We will see to that. Good. great that we can actually have this much visibility, except for all the fucking trees everywhere. So yeah. So yeah, it does make it more a bit like an ARPG in a way when you're zoomed out that far. Or like an RTS even, but yeah, so I like being able to see that far. It's honestly, the camera is one of my biggest woes in WoW. York Report and Marsh Frog Lakes. I've got enough room in my quest log to do them. I probably will actually have to start questing in here, especially when we've got stuff down. That's a raid. Never mind. Oh yeah, Onyxia's Lair. I want to show you the entrance to that, but we probably won't be able to get close enough. So yeah, we'll keep trying Elfie White, see how it works out. Salfrax is a demon. What's haunting which hill? The Orc Report. Yeah, lots of quests here. So think of the Orc, that's loose dirt. The severed hand of an Orc is found, and clutched in the hand is a bone-carved tube. And in the tube is a dirt-stained parchment. It's written in Orcish. Can we identify the contents? That's the embalmer. So that's Orcish. So each
Good day to you.
has like a written language. I think Blizzard actually do have like a codex or something on the
See you around.
on
What
the
can I do
language
for
of the
you?
game.
For
Like
your
not like a full an entire. Oh, hello. Yep. There's your auras there. What's on which hill? Okay, so we don't really need to worry too much about all this. This is really secondary to my main objective, which is finding out where the missing diplomat is. And it's here level 35 or level 33, so they are a bit ahead of us. But that's okay. Yeah, I need to move the tooltip as well, I think. Oh, hang on a second. I think Comrade is just a standard rank of person in the Union. Yes, I thought I'd got an upgrade. Never mind. Uber. So, yeah, I doubt I'm going to do any dungeons today. But how long have I got to actually get dungeons? 33 to 40, so basically... damn bloody thing here. I'll tell you what, I'll have to do the old-fashioned way. Scotmore Street. That's not really helpful. Yeah. We'll see what we can do, eh?
Can I help you?
Sergeant Lucas, Raptor Captor. Go to capture raptors. So against oh. We're going to capture them. Shit. That means not killing them. Ah, fucking great. Use them against the Grim Totem. Grim Totem are an interesting clan of. Hello.
What brings you here?
You're an overall for PvP.
I am honored.
Probably not here to kill you then, are we?
Greetings.
Why am I here? There's a blood elf there, aren't I? I thought it was a player. Sometimes I can't tell. That's going to be a bit of a problem with the UI now. I can't mount there. I'm going to mount here. Escape. The missing diplomat is... It continues down this way. Yeah, but it continues there. I have Loxos here. Hey, well done.
Congratulations.
Ah. So Lady Bramwell's
Welcome
here.
to Theramore.
Need help?
Have
I
you
am
come to
honored.
help the Alliance? Shh, I'm trying to think here.
Right. Well, that won't count towards our quest credit.
King's honor, friend.
All I ever
Vishnu
wanted was to
Allah.
study.
Be careful.
So go wait for this guy to come back and do the quest that way. And wait for them to despawn. So... what is a boy to do? I could do some of the quests, but I really do want to stick around because I don't want to risk losing it. So... let's dance. And let's have a bit of a talking head moment while we're here. There's been talk about the idea that Classic Plus is going to be a thing, and I think, from what I understand, it's all but confirmed. It could just be a case that people are reading too much into rumours. I don't know, I haven't been looking too much into it. Classic Plus, as mentioned before, is the idea that it's basically Classic WoW. So... this guy's going, that must mean that Hendel's about to respawn. So, it's the idea that it's Classic WoW, so that's Vanilla, TBC, Wrath of the Lich King, whatever expansion, past expansions, like this, we're playing again, but it's coming with new stuff. So it's like Season of Discovery. Season of Discovery added new spells, or spells from later expansions, into Classic, and seeing just what would happen. And everyone has their own ideas as to what it would be like. It was the same when Classic was first announced, and everyone was debating whether or not you should have changes or no changes, and what they want to see, what they don't want to see, and what reasons there are and are not for having certain things. In terms of what I think Classic Plus should be, if you want my opinion, is that I think Classic Plus should very much be things that haven't been added into the game before. So I want to see more added, but in no way takes away from the experience, if that makes sense. So, flight, for example, I don't want to see. I don't want to see flight added to Classic into, let's say Vanilla, and it'll be called out like Vanilla Plus or Classic Plus. Because flying isn't adding to the game as such. Yes, it's adding a new feature in terms of numerical value. It is +1 feature to the existing game. Yes, but it also takes away from the experience, if that makes sense. I can't remember who said it, but there was a guy who, I think it was a French philosopher and poet, who said, perfection is achieved not when there's nothing left to add, but when there's nothing left to take away. When you add flight to the game, as I've said before, it removes players from the world. Or at least it removes the visibility of players from the world. So I don't want to see that. If you were to add flying, I'd say, okay, add the exact same changes that swimming underwater has, or a water strider has. Because I've said that I don't want to see the water strider mount, that was the fishing dailies mount from Mr. Pandaria, that you saw everywhere in Legion. I would say it would genuinely made up the bulk of 90% of mounts you would see in the world. Because there was that much fucking water in Legion that you had to swim so many places, even just for a few seconds. It's like, it's not worth it to do that. So people took the water strider. I actually did the MOP fishing dailies for the purpose of getting the water strider until flight was available in the game, because it was miserable traversing the world by land. So I just make sure I'm not missing anything there. Right, okay. So that was my feeling on things, that like, I don't want to see flight and the water strider, but if we are going to add flight, then add things to flying that weren't there before. I keep pressing this button that's going to give... Oh, no, it's underwater breathing. Okay.
How may I help?
Is that a high elf? I think it is. Yeah, blue eyes. If you had green eyes, it'd be a... Hello, citizen. It's a dangerous place to be wandering about. I wouldn't hang around too long if you value your life. If you keep your questions stored, I'll see if I can help you. Just keep your eyes open for those filthy ogres. The horde is a base here in the swamps. What? You come here accusing me of allying with the Defiers? And you think I'll just stand here while you insult me? Something tells me you've had this going for a long time.
I don't have a sword.
So I've got a threat bar now, that's going to be really helpful. And if I need more UI room. Yeah, good. Oh dear. I thought myself still. Shit. Okay, that's alright. I'm still getting used to basically everything. I was genuinely thinking I could actually go on. DPS them down. I was thinking, oh shit, I need to actually get the others, get my thing to pull the aggro from everywhere else. No, oh yeah, this is the Horde camp, by the way. Oh, it's the Grim Totem. It's probably Grim Totem, actually. Because they... yeah, it is. Because they are like the enemies of the Tauren of the Horde. Which I think were the Thunderhoof clan, I want to say. Forgive me, I'm not overly clued up on my Tauren lot. I used to be. Again, before trolls. I used to be massively into that. Ah, oh, fuck. I failed the quest. Tell me I don't have to pick it up again. Tell me I can get it from here, please, for the love of God. I don't think I'm getting any closer, am I, to actually getting to where I need to be. Can I get up there? Yeah, so while we're up walking, I'll talk about class. So for example, if you're going to have flight, absolutely have flight, but add stuff to it. So make it dangerous to fly, make it prohibitive, make it a challenge. As I said before, let's have the AA cannons that you need to work together in the world to take down, so you can fly for a few hours, and then the AA cannons are remanned or whatever, or your faction takes over the cannons, so the other players can't fly. Yeah, I genuinely would love something like that. Maybe not in Classic as such. Maybe in Wrath of the Lich King. Maybe in TBC. TBC Plus. But not in Classic. I really don't want to see flying at all. Because, again, the downsides are too great. It takes too much away from the experience of Classic. One person on Reddit had really made a good point about how, like, you know, it's flying, it's LFG, it's all these things that are bad for it, but what's really important to Classic and the feel of Classic is scarcity. How, and time is like a big factor as well. Like, a scarcity of time is still part of the experience that is Classic. Wow. So they're all friendly again. Gotta wait for this guy to reset. He's alive, he's just gotta start over. I am gonna have to get used to this. Oh no, that's the wrong one, that's not my soul stone.
I can't use that item yet.
Ah, fantabidowsy. Because I haven't got the bars for it yet. Right, I really do need to sort my bars out. We'll do this another time, but as I say, it's going to be a shorter episode today, so I'm not too worried about it. Perception, I think that right. Right. That's all stuff. Okay, I just go wait for this guy to come back. So yeah, so if we're going to do that bar is also really old. It's like cut in half, isn't it? Pet attack.
I need a target.
Oh yeah, pet attack. I need to do pet attack, not my attack. Okay. I'm still getting used to things. I'm really sorry. It's been a while. That's actually it's only been a few days. I think I don't know why. I think it's just the UI is throwing me off because everything's that different. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Classic Plus. If you're going to do things like flight, I don't want to see it, but if you're going to add it, make it worth something. Make it mean something. Make it worth the fact that the game looks like this, and all above me, there's players flying overhead. Right? That's what's going to happen. Like you're going to see all these flying mats everywhere. It'll look like that if you have flight in Classic Plus. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. So this guy's probably going to take a while to respawn. Is there anything else I can do? I don't really want... Ah, yes. Demon armor.
What brings you here?
I can get pet aggro. I can get the pets to do that. I really could probably do with blood funnel thingy. Health funnel. The curse of tongues. Yeah, all of that. Right. Can I move my pet? I don't think there's a way to this yet. I need to change my life stuff as well. So let me take them. I can't see fucking shit with this. It's not because of LVY, I just want to make that clear. Ah! They're running away because Proudmoore's here. He's shielded. We've got a fair few things like the buffs are down, the debuffs are down there, buffs are here, the UI scale's all to cock. It's bad. I didn't mean to. There you go. Talk to Tevosh.
Light be with you, for the Alliance.
I'm sure you were all quite upset about the current events, but allow us to take him back to Theramore for some questioning, and I'll see about finding the king. I'm sure my Lady Proudmoore would be like to thank you for her help. Speak to you.
Go with honor, friend.
Welcome to Theramore. Have you come to help the Alliance?
Let me be the first to thank you for all you've done with the Warlock. You have been an incredible blessing to my people and the people of Stormwind. I'm sorry I couldn't make your acquaintance under better circumstances. I understand that I also cannot overly thank you for your efforts, but I assure you again it is appreciated. When you visit Theramore in the future, seek me out, and I shall try to keep you appraised of the situation. So, we've got a new ring that's not really any good to us. Let's make another thing.
I can't carry it.
My inventory is full. That's my soul slot bag. That's on a Voidwalker because I really can do with them.
Why do you call?
Right, so let's do Raptor Captor. So I really probably could do with a better one now because I'm not really doing much damage. use the rope. Okay, use the rope. The rope. So gonna get quite low health. That's one? Right, okay. So, I just need to know, like, because it says weaken them, but how much do I have to weaken them by? That's all I want to know. Alright, I'll have to do this first. Let's kill him. Great. There's a lot going on, isn't there? It's a bit of a mess. I will sort this out, honestly, because I know it's a mess. I know it's horrible. Right, can you kill this thing, please, before I die?
Inventory is full.
Inventory's full. What can I get rid of? Again, I'm still getting used to the UI. Things were a bit clearer before. Not again. I want to make it clear. This isn't a criticism of Elf UI. This really is just a case of like, I am still used to my old UI. So yeah, my pet's bar is under there. Yep, can you take the thread? Take the threat, Fanzast. Please take the threat. Please take the threat. Please take the threat. I'm starting to realise I'm having to gimp myself a little bit because my tank pet can't really hold aggro. But then again, this is the design philosophy of old WoW. It's like, as a spellcaster, you are not... how do I put it? I don't want to say not entitled to cast spells as such. I think it's more a case like, you're really not entitled to just cast spells all the time, like willy-nilly. Oh, that tells you on the bar how long each stick's going to be. That's cool. Right, well that's obviously doing nothing, so let's put some spells. Have I got demon armor up? No, I haven't. Right, let's wait for demon armor. Once it's weakened. Okay, right. He's below 25% health. Oh, they killed him! Oh, shit, okay. Well, I ain't surviving this. Right. Oh, I'm gonna make a move. Bye! I think that's got a buff that's gonna make it faster. Ah, shit, I'm dead. That should be fairly straightforward. Yeah. Oh, nice, you get a little tooltip there saying it looks weak enough to capture. Woo! Right, so I think I really do need to actually adjust the add-on situation here. I know it's not perfect. Durability frame. Go there. What else? That's all fine. That's all fine. Boss frames there. Tooltip. Tooltip's gonna have to go roughly around here. I want to say target and target frame. Target cast bar goes there. The player cast bar can go there. I'll probably actually make that even larger. Pet bar. In fact, they can go on top of each other then. I wonder if it's also because they're on top of each other and not displaying properly. Or is that just a really small bar? I don't know. I think that's as good as we're going to get right now. It don't have to be perfect by any means. Ah yes, my weak auras are there as well, so let me move those up. Yep, auras, weak auras, that sort of thing I'm going to have to figure out as well. Ah! Fucking thing. Right, I think that's serviceable enough for the time being. I'm sorry about this. I've only just done this morning. I've spent like about half an hour with LVY trying to go through it all, and it is a bit difficult to try and understand it all. I will continue to work on it. It is a learning progress. Yeah. Classic Plus. What else did I want to talk about with Classic Plus? So with Classic Plus, I think one of the things I want to see is, like that person on Reddit was saying, the scarcity. So you did not have an LFG tool except this one here with the group browser. You did not have automated tools. You did not have water walking mounts. You did not have flight. You did not have all these little conveniences. I think the spirit of Classic should be in the tone, and that goes for the experience as well. I think there should absolutely be the limitations of before. But by all means, yes, let's have new spells, let's have new things that just change it up a bit. You know what I want to see? I want to see raids and dungeons that are released and there's no further patches. It's like, that's it. For those things, or hotfixes, I mean. I'm like, I don't want to see any nerfs or buffs to these things. If teams can't do it, that's fine. Maybe it's not there to be done. I appreciate it's a stupid idea, but I like the mystique of it. The problem with that is I'm also kind of asking for the way games used to be played to come back, and that's not going to happen. Because raids and everything are data mined today. If Naxxramas was released today, in fact, case in point, you can actually go to the Naxxramas raid today, I think. Is it in Winterspring? No, it's not in Winterspring. I know it's a cold dungeon. But is it somewhere around here, Naxxramas? I could swear Naxxramas is somewhere around there. That's Skullman's, or somewhere here. I can't remember exactly where Naxxramas was. I don't know if it's actually even in this version of the game, TBC. I think it was removed in Classic. But yeah, if they were to do something like that today, it'd be data mined immediately. Before it was even announced, people would know. Ah, yes, that's the Grum Totem there. if Nextromas was announced today and was as epic as it was back then, it wouldn't be as epic as it was back then. Because...
What do you want from me?
I can't carry
it would have no mystery. There would be absolutely no amount of secrecy on Blizzard's end would actually keep that raid safe and epic. Ah, the auras are still there. Okay, that's fine, but at least we can see our pet's health bar and everything. Right. I need to get a raptor that isn't going to jump me. I'm developing a lot of threat. For the damage I'm doing, which isn't a lot, look at this threat here. I really am doing a lot of damage. I'm not actually doing a lot of damage, I'm getting a lot of threat. Okay, 5 bits of health. Oh, it can call for help. I like that mechanic. I don't like it for me, but I like that it exists. Right, let's health funnel. I'm gonna give you some health. You let the corruption do its stuff. I can train life, can't I? I go for life funnel to you. Yeah, so I'm okay with like dungeons or whatever being added to Classic, because again, I don't think that really goes against the Classic Plus mentality, because again, it's adding content without taking away from it. So let's have some dungeons. I wouldn't mind actually seeing like a level 10 dungeon. What about a level 1 dungeon? You know? Again, just spitballing, because the purpose of this really is to be like, fuck it, let's try something that's totally batshit insane. That corruption might do the trick soon. Oh shit. Passive, do not attack it. Go for cooldown, and go. I didn't want him killing it. Just need one more raptor. And the good news is I think that one there is on his own. He says. I'll have to gun this one down really quickly. Oh, that's... Ah, I've got a potion! Ah, no! Well, on the one hand, he survived. On the other hand, blood funnel. Yeah, so I'd love to see little things like just strange things like that. I don't think that takes away from the experience. I'd be okay with seeing, you know, new classes that exist solely to be a new class, just to be a new thing. I don't know if I talked about this before, but like the idea of like the Blade Master in Warcraft 3. You know, you had Samuro, who was the Blade Master. And I remember when I was doing my channel called Hex Therapy, I talked about potential class ideas and just spitballing. It was really just to have a conversation about classes in World of Warcraft. And I had the idea like the Blade Master. And the idea like they could like summon multiple... In a way, I think a lot of the monk's design sort of covers it, where it's like you summon multiples of yourself and you slash away at the target, all that sort of thing. And yeah, I like the idea of it. Look, so you look at like Samura's animations and things like that. Is it 20% health we're gonna get you down to? Yeah. So we've got to get this past 20% health. So there we go. Oh, we've done it right. This is going to be an escort quest now.
Hey there. Have a good one.
An escort quest. Fucking marvellous. If we do this, what do I get? Elixir of Fortitude. Make some health. Yay. Very long walk back to Therum, won't it? Oh, hang on. Help him find bog bean leaves. What? You what, mate? You know, this don't really seem like an escort quest. Look, tell you, we could just get you back to Theramore, mate, and I'll look for it myself. You know, it's fine, really. Oh, I see what's going to happen. Oh no! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, don't tell me it's this. No. No. Don't tell me this is a reference. No. No. Don't tell me what this is what I think it is.
What can I do for you?
It's the fucking alchemist from Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer. No! I fucking hated that. It's the worst quest in Spyro. In Spyro 2. We're gonna get the fucking alchemist and he's walking around in fucking circles like this. No! I don't want to do this shit! No! I've done this before! In a different game. It's the fucking Stone Ogres all over again. Of course, he says. I can turn to your boots to gold, he says. Fuck my uncle. He's gonna walk into that fucking crocodile. Yeah. Why has this guy got all the aggro?
How are you?
Oh! It is. It's the fucking alchemist.
What can I do for you?
Oh, can you help me find Hunter? I have a potion for him.
Fucking dickhead. No, where the fuck? What the fuck are you in now? No, no. Just stick to the fucking road, mate. A raptor capture. Oh, we got quests we can do here. Go and get aggro back again. He's not getting aggro back again. I need to upgrade this guy's, what's it called? Torment. Because I'm getting too much aggro back. Enemies are attacking me instead of him. Nice. Getting a bit of money now. That's some bullet breathing. Yeah, but... I thought I was going to have to walk him all the way to fucking Theramore. He actually seemed to handle himself okay. Yeah, so if there's going to be a classic plus, I really genuinely want to see content that adds to the experience and doesn't take away from it. There's no downside to having another dungeon or another raid. That sort of thing. I'd love for it to be under lock and key, completely untested. And yeah, have just some crazy shit. It doesn't have to be the most... I don't know. It doesn't have to be super difficult. It doesn't have to be super hard. It doesn't have to be the most challenging shit in the world. It doesn't have to be for just endgame players, is what I'm saying as well. This is another thing I want to see. I want to see stuff for people who are sick and tired of... Oh, I do need some soul stones. Shit, I got a healing gear. Fuck me. Oh, bucket. Oh, Christ. Well, he's on full health, so that's alright. Just have to do some drain life. Very slowly. And not gain any threat whatsoever. Oh, shit! Drain life's doing alright, actually. Drain salt. There we go. There we need to. I can aim a salt shards basically. The darkness will consume all. Right, let's do that again, but this time let's do our drain life just to keep us topped up. Oh, Xeno, I suppose you want to help me out, do you? Yeah, the plebeians. Yeah, the mana bar is a bit less last for some life. I guess I'll have to work on this. Oh, I can life tap, that's what I thought. I can life tap, I can drain life. Yeah, I genuinely can't believe just how self-sufficient we are. If you use all of the Warlock toolkit, there's some genuinely amazing stuff there. Ah, damn, Shadow Trance kicked off and I couldn't get it. Oh yeah, I'm not getting much information, am I? I really could do with 10 minutes of quests. A quest actually would take me... Yeah, this ain't gonna be worth it right now. The enemies are too powerful for what I'm getting. I might be able to just get by on resting some quests. So we'll hand into a quest first and see what's going to happen with that. Can I see above the trees? Oh, I've got the nameplates, that's good. Yeah, I appreciate my US is very busy. Like I said, I'll clean it up by the next episode. So yeah. But yeah, let's add some crazy shit to the game in Classic Plus. I can't see anything bad happening about doing that.
Greetings. Be careful.
Did you get those ruptures? I
Have
sure
a good
did.
one. For the Alliance.
Nice, that's just bumped up quite considerably.
Be careful.
Prisoners of the Grim Totems.
See
Free
you
for
around.
prisoners and unleash
For the
prisoners.
Alliance.
Ooh. Book of the Adept. I love the spell books. I forgot how good these are. They're so cool. I love this stuff. Mantle of Honor. It's the Crest of Shoulder Pads, rather. Yeah, so that's leather, so I can't use that. But that is going to be amazing for me. Oh, wow, okay, yes! So, don't get me wrong, the Orb of Soran Rook is good, but it's not Book of the Adept good.
See you
And I get
later.
40 silver. There's a lot of stuff going on down there. Is that an undead? Oh, blade. Go on, Theramore Century. Oh, so close. Applaud him. Bravo! See, I'm not on the Alliance side, I'm on my side, I'm a Warlock. Yeah. So I'm absolutely okay with Classic Plus having some additional stuff. Let's have new quest zones. Let's have quest zones that weren't there before. Let's experiment with this stuff. Now the problem is as well, is like, is it going to make Blizzard any money to say, oh yeah, we're going to add this dungeon that nobody can do? The answer to that is a firm no. Of course it's not. Oh, fuck me. Ah, shit, I've pulled everyone! And I'm rooted to the fucking ground. I've got to reuse that soul stone, really, innit? Now, where can I run off to if this fails? I need these two patrols to go by. I need my other guy to come back. Let's start from the very beginning, eh? So... where's that elemental? Use now, let's go out of the way. Just in a breaker there as well. Okie dokie. I need to really drain soul. Yeah, I didn't have any money before to actually buy my spell, so now I've got 3 gold and 54 silver and 72 copper.
I don't like this
I can do that now. What are you waiting for? Attack him, attack him, attack him, for Christ's sakes. And... Got a soul shard, good. Right. Another soul shard again. Pull them back over here. Anytime you're ready, Vanzats. Need to make sure aggro is firmly on him. Can't tap for another second, and yep. And oh yeah. Armor. Wander to death. Get the aggro down. I should have soul sucked, whatever the word is, I forget. Right, come on up. There we go. And just keep waiting for that to do. Put a bit of blood into it. There we go. Right, and corruption. Guess if I get any. Oh, come on, really? Soul drain. Yeah, so classic. I'd like to have some like wacky or wonderful ideas. Going to the key, nice. So we've got the quest item that we need. Hello there.
I need a target.
You're level 44. Interesting. I wonder what you need from here then. Well, I don't quite need you, I don't think. Yeah, so the Growing Totem clan are, like, they have, I think, a lot of dark shamans. They actually have rogues as well. So, Tauren famously can't be rogues, because click, clop, you know? But the Grim Totem specialise in stealth. And they are very much saboteurs, so they're not affiliated with the Horde. And they're a bunch of bastards. They will poison, they use a lot of poisons as well. The Tauren don't really like poisons. In fact, like, rogues aren't really that well favoured in the Horde, because like the whole dishonour sort of thing. Let's just go for you, Collie, thank you. Emerald musket, nice. Oh yeah, you're over this way.
Inventory is
Right, okay, what?
It's not ready yet.
This also isn't ready yet. Wow.
It's still recharging.
Why is it still? I don't understand. Oh, 24, right, okay. It wasn't showing there. So it wasn't a number, a visible number. Okay, that's fine. For sure, I don't need. Let's go with So let's make a soulstone. The Grim Totem Elder. Hey, buddy! I don't suppose you want to join up, do you? Hello. You know, I kind of just abandoned you before. Yeah. This will be a piece of pistols together. You know, buddy. After like, no, I'm just going to dance around here. Like, oh no, actually, I've never you in a group because you're going to be really useful to me. Oh, Arms of the Grim Totems. I don't think I've got that quest. Oopsie poopsie.
Can I help you?
That can I help you? Harrowlard, twist his nuts. I think you consume the key. Jesus. Yeah, I really did just get my UI sorted. Because here's me complaining before. Oh yeah, like yeah, like episodes ago, like oh, I hate how UIs are terribly designed in games and whatnot. Then there's this. Am I going to unlock all the prisoners or something? I've got to free 5 of them, right, okay. Yeah, so rogues and warlocks and hordes are not overly well. Yeah, I think having this stuff down here like it wasn't the good idea. Because this is obviously not really working out, is it? It's Matey, could you help me out, please? Oh shit, shit. I'm dead fucking marvels. Yeah, I was focused too much on the UI. I wasn't seeing the forest for the trees. So I need to sort that out. Definitely need to have a look at this. But it's been good experimenting with it and seeing what different things one can do with the user interface. I've got about, I think I've got another 2 hours of this. Confirming the suspicion. Ooh. Yeah, when I'm stronger, this supposed to be easier. And once I bought all these stuff for my pets that I need, that would be magnificent. But until then. Oh, great, the group's been disbanded. Right, well, thanks anyway. You've been magnificent. Pelly Vanby, is that? Pelly Vanby. You've been great. Oh, yeah, I remember the guild people. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah, you've been a massive help there. And, as I say, I'll do what I can for this quest, and then I'm going to bugger off. Because it's a pain in the fucking ass, and I'm going to walk all the way back now, so hopefully he's left a nice bunch of bodies. And I'm going to return, so I can duck on away and run bravely. So we shall see. Oh, we shall see. I can always just take the rest sickness and do other things instead for 10 minutes. So there's that. What else? Because I'm mostly just talking about Classic Plus today, to be honest, and I'm generally feeling good about the idea of it. If you want to do player housing, that's fine. Because again, it's just adding something to the game that is just weird and wonderful. It's not. I want to see things that don't necessarily give players advantages as such. I want to see silly things. I think silly things are fine. Not necessarily like the toy function of retail or whatever, but yeah, like a wave survival mode or whatever. Just something there that's just for the fun of it. Because I can't stress this enough. The big thing for me in Final Fantasy XIV was the Golden Cactus Casino. I've done all little mini games there and whatever. Hello. I suppose you want to group up, do you? You've declined a group invitation. Okay, that's good. That's fine. So I gotta do the raptors. Oh, nice.
Hey there.
I should have enough keys. Yes, it does consume the key. Look at that there! This is the photo there. So that is one of the developers, and I think it. I want to say it's. I want to say it was Samwise, but I don't think it is. I think it was Metzen out of it. So this is a weird thing that games of the time used to do, where the devs would just put a photo of like one of the other developers into the game, purely for the. For the hell of it, and it's like it just be in the game's file. So it's like, oh, it was like with Fallout 2, I think it was. It's like, oh yeah, no, why is this guy here in the game's files? Or it's like, fuck knows. Oh shit. I don't think I'm gonna out here, that's right. Well, we did it. We did do that, didn't we? Yeah? Huh? Unleash the raptors. So I've only got to do a few more things here. So... Oh, I've got to stockade quest that I can't do anymore. Head basher. Yes. Right. So what have I actually... Okay, so one more prisoner. Okay, well I've got 2... Oh no, I ain't got any more keys, but I could probably loot one off that guy that I killed. Hopefully, anyway. I don't think I'll have the bait left, will I? Just cause a ruckus. Nope, I do not. Shit. We'll see what we can do. I ain't gonna sweat it. Although, might be other people there. Who knows? But yeah. So... yeah. Sorry, stick speed there. Good stuff. Yeah. So classic plus, I really wanted to have lots of silly things and things that are just there to do. They're not there to give you a major advantage. It's just there to be a bit more refreshing experience. So hopefully that happens, and maybe make it a bit of a playground for retail. In the way that, I don't know, to give a Warhammer example, Kill Team is a playground for 40k. It's like where this stuff exists to basically be a launch pad for future things. So, for example, you've now got this Cadian Recon Squad, which is going to go in the Imperial Guard later. You know, loads of rules. Or like the Red Terror. Oh yeah, that's right. Kill Team has a new thing coming out, and it's like the Red Terror. So it's a massive Tyrannid and Tyrannid Warriors, I believe, versus the Cadian Recon team. So it's like Aliens versus Predator. Well, no, not Aliens versus Predator, but like Predator. You got one big thing, and you got 10 smaller guys going around the map trying to kill it. And you can burrow, you can hide, you can do all these really cool things. I like the idea of it. It'll be different, I will say that 100%. You're a night elf. You, I think, declined my invite before, so I won't book you about it, because I don't want to harass someone like that. Wild Hogshank. I'll leave that now, I think. I need the key! Demon armor, don't forget that. I think I get dual spec at level 40. I think that's the thing, or is that Wrath of the King? I think it's Burning Crusade. And I'll probably go into Destruction. Oh, fuck your face. That's hilarious. Yeah, Fallout 2. I think it was like it wasn't Pete Hines, was it? Was it? Yeah. Was it Tim Kaine whose face is there or whatever? Right, so we're done here in the Grimtone stuff so far. So let's haul arse. And we're going to do a lot of turning in quests because we are really technically too low level for a lot of stuff here. And there's Warlock quests to do in the Barrens, which are just over there. And we can do those. But yeah. Yeah, I think the tone of Classic should be one of scarcity and like cooperation. I don't think we should be encouraging solo stuff. I think we should actually have groups. Oh, that's a thought. A scaling dungeon. I'd like that. A dungeon that scales up. Because I don't want level scaling. Or it's like all the quest zones are whatever, you can enter them any time and you can just and you just clear it, whatever. No, I think it should be a case of you have to travel. You have to be forced to leave the zone. The freed prisoners have got here. Okay, great. These directors will have the Book of the Adept, which is going to be much better for me. It is a cool offhand item. I'd just prefer to have. Oh, hang on a second. Huh. No, I'm just not doing 5. I'm still going to take the intellect boost. And it's a cool fucking item. So, let's hand some questions. Oh, nice. It's on.
It's too far away.
On a Kodo mount. Yeah, I don't think Tauren had mounts originally. I think they had to ride other mounts. Or did they have an increased run speed as their mount? I don't know. But yeah, I'd be okay with like a RuneScape as like the cow boss, which is you can fight it easily enough early on, but then if you want to do the later stages of it, you've got to be higher level. You got better stats, better equipment, or something. I very much like that idea. Let's have a punching bag. Let's have world bosses in every zone. Let's have world events. You know, world quests. Because again, I don't think that's going to make things worse. Doesn't have to give much experience. Doesn't have to give any rewards. It could just be for the sake of seeing something different. I genuinely want that in the game. I don't want there to be the problems of before, where we introduce flying and water walking and it negates all of the challenges. It should be a case of you still have to group for content, you still have to loot things manually, but you work together to do it. Yeah, let's not do it. No, let's not do that yet. But let's do it, let's hand it in. No, let's not. Because I want to go to the Barons to do the quests. I'm really just trying to hand in as many quests as I can, and then we need to move on to the Barons. So here we go. The Orc Report.
Greetings. See you around.
Do you have a report to make?
Have a good one.
I can't read Orcish very well. This looks like a report from an Orc
See
spy.
you around.
Captain Vimes. Should see the Orc report you found. Warlock, you know so everything should be removed. Now you should know. There are a lot of spies near Theramore. The captain is in the barracks on the island side.
Have a good one.
Go! I think the next quests we hand in are probably going to be the ones.
How are you? Safe travels.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Ah, shit. I don't really like rolls. I don't know if I've got those spells.
You need something?
Okay.
See you later.
Cruz. Ah, you have an uncle there. Nice. It's in the Mage District. I think we've got enough experience to level up with. Ah, that's why they're in the barracks. Somewhere else. Okay, so hopefully I can hand in these quests here. I've got 2 to hand in. I can level up and then they're all good. I might actually turn off LVY. I like it, but I prefer my old bars stuff. To be honest, I might have to get my old profiles back and everything. It's a good add-on. I used it in Shadowlands because I thought I was tired of using bartender and all these other things, but to be honest, I really do just like bartender.
Greetings.
It's a really good
Light bless you.
sweet, but I'm like, I just like the familiarity of the other. I don't like this box as it's doing here, and yeah, it really has
Go with
fucked up a few
honor,
things for
friend.
me.
Light bless you. For the Alliance.
So what, go to smiling. Let's go. Spy was a good one. Okay, James Hiles is his real name. Okay, open the inn. Right, there's a smiling gym. It's with ruins. Okay. The shady rest of his family. Okay.
Light bless you.
Someone investigator. Oh yes, if this is the one I think it is. Ah, damn! I can't level up yet. That's okay. That's okay. I am going to just go to the patterns and. Because I've got a quest to do. Spot the wolf. Oh dear. So we've got 2
Well met.
Warlock quests awaiting us in Ratchet. We can now afford to pay to travel! Quests are finally paying up. I can't stress enough how good this feels. I genuinely can't. It feels so good to have money now, because this is the part where like you need about I think 6 gold for your first mount. That's before mount training, because I don't think I actually have the training for mounts yet, do I? I can only ride this Velsteed. Not that I want another mount yet. I mean, I do want a horse eventually, but I want to be exalted with Stormwind before I start buying stuff, because your reputation affects prices for things, and you can get discounts. So I wanted to affect the training and the other things. The mount prices. And it also means inventory space as well. Because I know there's a mount tab, and I don't know there's a pet tab. I think it stays in your inventory. So your horse is going to take up 1 inventory space. Yeah. So, naturally I'm a bit wary of that. So, we will not bother with that. While this is doing, I'm just going to quickly check. Looks like something's down. Oh yeah, right. So seeking Strahd and in search of Manara Voidrender. So they're up this hill. Blood Elf Warlock, I just want to have a look. Blood Elves are fucking cool. Right, and they got a staff. I think you gotta I think you gotta learn staff specialization, but I think it's weapons training you gotta seek.
Yo. Hey there. Just passing through. Do I have a deal for you? Keep it quick, kid. I ain't got all day.
Right, so the people I want to are over there. So neutral with ratchets. It seems as though my reputations aren't actually sticking around. Hello?
Glory to the Sindori.
I'd summon my dude, but I actually...
Keep your wits about you.
I'd summon my Void Walker, but I can't. I haven't got a Soul Stone. It's like a Soul
Our
Stone.
enemies will fall.
It's like, I don't know what he's got. Right, anyway. So, we can, however, look at our Imp. What do you have? You have...
The reckoning is at hand.
You have Firebolt. Rank 4. You're not going to get rank 5 until later on. Blood Pact. You have Blood Pact rank 3. Can you get rank 4 yet? No, not until level 38. Phase Shift, is that the same? Oh, Fire Shield. Rank 2. We can't get rank 3 to level 34. Oh, so 1 level's time, great. What else? Phase Shift. Can you learn anything more? Torment ranks. I don't think. Oh! Rank 3.
Remember the sun well. Anubelore Delana.
Yeah.
Farewell.
They're cool.
Need assistance?
Everyone takes the piss out of Blood Elves, but they do class the Horde up. They really do. All of these are really expensive. Oh, that gold's gone away now. Bye bye, gold. Right, okay. Do I need to subjugate Dion? No. I'm not going to go for those. It's not worth it for me to go for those. Do it, yeah.
You need something?
Strive for some. They are currently corrupt those who are weak. Yeah,
For the Alliance.
of course, our latest prodigy. The real thing can't live up to the legend, I'm afraid. No matter, you've come here to learn, not to hear me make jokes to myself.
Be careful.
Tomb of the Cabal. Iron Forge. I don't know why I said it like that. Iron Forge. Okay, you'll do more than summoning circle for you to bring forth a fell hunter for your challenge. My 3 acolytes will assist in creating magic circles. You'll require a Tomb of the Cabal, which has been lost to us for some time. It's run by the first group of warlocks to summon a fell hunter unaided. Perhaps Kron Stournom can help you with this. An itinerant warlock. These days, he spends his days hoarding ancient texts and skulking around the library of Iron Forge.
See you later.
Okay, and you?
Can I help you?
I'm dead. Undead warlock, naturally. Karman, a warlock with a warlock. Kar-Aman. I'm not familiar with that one. He looks to be a strong warlock. You would do well to mind yourself in this area. Touching things you know nothing about or showing disrespect to your elders is cause for punishment. You may not respect me and my companions, but you will learn to respect our power if you prove foolish enough. Now for the pleasantries, was there something I could do for you?
Safe travels.
Demerset sent you. Good. And word does reach far enough to find future students. This pleases me. It's typical for our kind with a warlock to band together regardless of race. It is especially important since those we deal with do not discriminate in their malice if we fail to appease them or control them properly. I feel we have learned a great many things, and if you are willing, I would help create the tools to complete your skills.
Be careful.
I like that line because warlocks tend to sort of be on the same side in a way. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're all conniving backstabbers and horrible bastards, but they do not think much of the politics. They do not think much to the politics of the Horde and Alliance. They're really not that bothered about what's going on there as such. So yeah. So anyway, the first item I will lay to you is creating a robe. Ooh, nice. You will gather the items for me, and afterwards we will put them together. Afterwards, assuming you succeed, you will have first and many items that will make you more powerful in your aid in your struggles. To start, you must craft the robes of Arcana. tailor can make this for you, or perhaps you can purchase one for someone else. I'll be most impressed if you can make it yourself, but regardless, bring me the robes, and we shall go from there.
Have a good one.
Okay. So, I won't have the recipe for the robes for Arcana yet. Nope, and she has not given them to me, so I'll have to buy the recipe, I'll have to buy the robes themselves, or just hope that I can find a drop. Am I given any clue whatsoever as to get them? No. Near as I can tell, there's nothing here that's going to say, yeah, you just get them here. Nope. So, we've got to go to Ironforge! Yippee! What boats travel here? That one's going to take us to... It's going to be wetlands to... Yeah, maybe...
What's up?
Well, either way, we're going to fly from one continent to another, so fuck it. Yeah. So, yeah, Warlock's one of the cooler factions, I think, because they, in the same, like mages are this sort of way as well, but like, if they are loyal to Dalaran first, you know, the City of Mages, they can't be politically aligned with the Alliance of the Horde. They have to be neutral, like the Paladins of the Argent Dawn sort of thing. They have to be of their own organisation and for the greater good. They have to be a neutral superpower. Until the Purging of Dalaran, where in Miss Pandaria and Ward, Dalaran sort of got the Horde and Alliance, got caught up in the Horde and Alliance conflict when something tragic happens to Theramore and Jaina Proudmoore, and it's covered in the book. I can't remember what the name of the book was, but yeah, it's the book where it talks about the attack on Theramore, and basically the Blood Elves get displaced, shall we say, in the nicest sense of the word. That's it. Oh, what the fuck? Anything or do anything? Can I get involved in this? See, I'd love something like this. This is what I mean, like world quests or whatever, world events, where like this is basically just like one quest for someone. But if we could all like shoot the cannons at this thing, that'd be pretty fun. But that's not a quest we get to do. That's cool. Excuse me. But yeah, I'd love to do that quest. I'd love to see what that's about, and have that as something everyone else can do. So, yeah. Right, waiting for a boat, and we're gonna go to Ironforge, go to the library there, and hopefully get one of our Warlock quests done. And there is the auction house where we can get the Robes of Arcana. So yeah.
I don't have a target.
I do like LVY because you get to click on more things in the chat. So I don't think things have to be linked. Oh, you can link abilities as well. Actually, I think you can do that already. I'm not sure. Oh, it's got the grey background as well. Yeah, that's one as well. They changed. I think in Water they changed like the loading screen backgrounds and other things. Yeah, lots of quality of life stuff came in Water. I don't think I think what Classic has done, one really good thing it has done, is that it has given people a greater appreciation of the many things that these expansions added that were good. So you have things like the
That's still recharging.
So you have things like the I can't mount on the ship. That's interesting. Because you used to be able to. Well, you will later be able to, I should say. Go on. Yeah, the expansions, you'd have a greater appreciation for what they did, because you're actually seeing it, and you've gone from, oh, I've gone from Wrath of the Lich King to Cannibalism, and now, oh wow, at the end of this expansion, or by Phase 4 or whatever, we're going to have new raids, we're going to have transmog, we're going to have all these things that people didn't like and whatnot, and I love transmog. I'd love to see it come back in this game, but I also know that it's not for everyone. This is one of the problems you are going to face when you're talking about Classic Plus, is how people view what Classic is and is not. So when I talk about Classic Plus and things like that, I've got my own ideas of what it should be. As someone who never played Vanilla, as someone who's only really just been playing Classic recently, that sort of thing, you know? So it's important to keep that in mind when discussing these changes, is that everyone has their own idea what Classic is.
How kind of you.
Right, onwards and ever onwards. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, you've got underwater breathing, is that? Oh, he had to swim all the way because he jumped off and he missed. Oh, ain't that the worst.
What can I do for you?
Alright, let's get on our way to Ironforge. I could have walked, to be honest, but it's okay. We shall do that. Yeah, I have my own ideas of what Classic should be. I think generally, as long as you keep the experience of the fact that, yes, there is going to be limitations. There should be limitations. There should be encouragement to group up rather than just walk past people and not do anything. Then I think that's going to be really good for the game. We should have that community spirit still alive, because that's what MMOs are at the end of the day. They used to be, at least. glorified chat rooms or 3D chat rooms, and places for players to do stuff together. Yes, I'm okay with solo stuff in RPGs. Like, look how much time we spent playing solo in this. You'll probably notice how much dungeons have dropped off lately because everyone's started doing DVC content now. And then the Scarlet stuff, I'll have to get the Ants guild and get in touch with them, see if they can do some stuff maybe. Because I'd like to do Scarlet stuff, but I also need the flight point, so that's not great. That's not great. Explorers. Can't do an Asian silk because I don't have silk. So. The chat is going to go off. Crazy. So. You've pressed my level, you're 1 of 30. Prospector Stone Peak.
Great to meet you.
Johnbonne wants you. Lot Madan, not
See you
interested.
soon.
I'm already there as my
How
warrior.
are ya?
Reclaim
See you
treasures.
soon.
Alderman, okay.
Off with you.
Well, we're not ready for Alderman yet. That's going to be a while. Is that yeah, level 43. So that's a dungeon later. I will say I didn't like Alderman before. I think it was actually one of the first dungeons I tanked as a druid when I was leveling. And yeah, I think Toklo was my healer. Toklo of Toklo Vids. Fantastic guy. He was the two-handed shaman guy after the original two-handed shaman guy. Very cool. And enhancement shaman as well. Tome of the Cabal! Sounds familiar. Never seen it here before, and believe me, I remember every book I've read. Ah yes, I have seen references to it in the library cataloguing books.
Safe travels.
It was lost, but there's some idea as to where it might be found. There's only one other copy ever made, and it was vandalised at some point. A large portion was ripped from the binding. Rumour has it, however, that it's passed through the hands of the Centaur of the Thousand Needles. The rest was lost off the coast west to South Shore, where it has to be transported to Melithil Harbour by boat. It never arrived. In exchange for this knowledge, all I ask is you find it, bring it for me to see.
Off with you.
Oh, good. Ah. Okay, you know what? Let's read some books here. In the ancient times, after the Titans departed Azeroth, their children, known as the Earthen, continued to shape and guard the deep recesses of the world. The Earthen were largely unconcerned with the affairs of the surface-dwelling races and longed to only plumb the dark depths of the earth. When the world was sundered by the will of eternity's implosion, the Earthen were deeply affected. Reeling with the pain of the earth itself, the Earthen lost much of their identity and sealed themselves within the stone chambers where they were first created. Alderman, Ulduar, all of these three places we will go to later. These were the names of the ancient Titan cities where the Earthen first took shape and form. Buried deep beneath the world, the Earthen rested in peace for the nearly 8,000 years. Though it is unclear what awakened them, the Earthen sealed within Alderman eventually arose in their self-imposed slumber. These Earthen found that they had changed significantly during their hibernation. Their rocky hides had softened and become smooth skin, and their powers over stone and earth had waned. They had become mortal creatures. Calling themselves dwarves, the last of the Earthen left the halls of Alderman and ventured into the waking world. Still lulled by the safety and wonders of the deep places, they founded a vast kingdom under the highest mountain in the land. They named their land Khaz-Modan, or Mountain of Khaz, in honor of the Titan Shaper, Khaz'goroth, or Khaz'goroth. Constructing an altar for their Titan father, the dwarves crafted a mighty forge within the heart of the mountain. Thus the city that grew around the forge would ever be called the Iron Forge ever after. The dwarves, by nature fascinated with shaping gems and stones, set out to mine the surrounding mountains for riches and precious minerals. Content with their labours under the world, the dwarves remained isolated from the affairs of their surface-dwelling neighbours. So the dwarves were originally made of stone by the gods known as the Titans, and they lived under Uldaman. And Uldaman, I think, I want to say, is it's in Loch Madan. So up there. I never actually knew that. I thought it was in the other continent. But yeah. So I apologise by the way, I'm a bit quiet in this episode. Let's have a look. Farming 70s and level zones, 26 to 20 year old. Farming elemental moats. Oh yes. The War of the Three Hammers is another important bit of lore. So you got the iron, the bronze spear dwarves of Ironforge. You got the dark irons, and you've got the what are they called now? The thunder, not thunder hammers, is it? Wetlands. Is there going to be a clue here? Velsamar. What were they called? The guys in the hinterlands. I forget the name. We'll find out. So, the dwarves of Ironforge Mountain lived in peace for many long centuries. However, their society grew too large within the confines of the mountain cities. Though the mighty High King, Modibus Anvilmar, ruled over all dwarves with justice and wisdom, three powerful factions had arisen among dwarven society. The Bronzebeard clan, ruled by Thane Madaron Bronzebeard, held close ties to the High King and stood as the traditional defenders of Ironforge Mountain. The Wildhammer clan, that was it, the Wildhammer clan, ruled by Thane Cardos Wildhammer, inhabited the foothills and crags of the base of the mountain and sought to gain more control within the city. The third faction, the Dark Iron clan, was ruled by the sorcerer Thane Thorison. The Dark Irons hid within the deepest shadows under the mountain and plotted against both the Bronzebeard and the Wildhammer cousins. For a time, the three factions kept a tenuous peace, but tensions have run high. King Angelmar passed away from old age. The three ruling clans went to war for control of Ironforge itself. The Dwarf Civil War raged under the earth for many years. Eventually, the Bronzebeards, who had the largest standing army, banished the Dark Irons and Wildhammers from under the mountain. Cardros and his Wildhammer warriors travelled through the north, through the barrier gates of Dun Algaz, and they found their kingdom within the distant peak of Grimbatol. There the Wildhammers thrived and rebuilt their stores of treasure. Thoros and his Dark Irons did not fare as well. Humiliated and enraged by their defeat, they vowed revenge against the Ironforge, leading his people far to the south. Thorazan founded a city, which he named after himself, within the beautiful Veteran Fountains. Prosperity in the passing of years did little to erase the Dark Irons' rancor towards their cousins. Thoros and his sorcerer wife, Modgood, launched a two-pronged assault against both the Ironforge of Grimbatol, and the Dark Irons were intent on claiming all the Khazad-dûm for their own. The Dark Iron army smashed against their cousin strongholds and very nearly took both kingdoms. However, Madaran Bronzebeard ultimately led his clan into a decisive victory over Thorasan's sorceress army. Thorasan and his servants fled back to the safety of their city, unaware of the events transpiring at Grimbatol, where Modgood's army would fare no better against Cardros and his Wildhammer warriors. As she confronted the enemy warriors, Modgood used her power to strike fear into their hearts. Shadows moved to their command, and dark things crawled from the earth to stop the Wildhammers into their own holes. Eventually, Modgood broke through the gates and laid siege to the fortress itself. The Wildhammers fought desperately, Cardros himself wading through the ruling masses to slay the sorceress queen. With their queen lost, the Dark Irons fled before the fury of the Wildhammers. They raced south towards their king's stronghold, only to meet the armies of Ironforge, who had come to aid Grimbatol. Crushed between two armies, the Roman Dark Iron forces were utterly destroyed. The combined armies of Ironforge and Grimbatol then turned south, intent on destroying Thorasan and his Dark Irons once and for all. They had not gone far when Thorasan's fury resulted in a spell of cataclysmic proportions. Seeking to summon a supernatural minion that would ensure his victory, Thorasan called upon the ancient powers sleeping beneath the world. To his shock, and ultimately his doom, the creature that emerged was far more terrible than any nightmare he could have imagined. I wonder if this is what I think it is going to be. Ragnaros, the Fire Lord! Yes, there it is! Immortal Lord of all fire elementals, had been banished by the Titans when the world was young. Now freed by Thoros and Skoll, Ragnaros erupted into being once more. Ragnaros' apocalyptic rebirth into Azeroth shattered the Red Ridge Mountains and created a raging volcano at the centre of the devastation. The volcano, known as Blackrock Mountain, was bordered on the searing gorge to the north and the burning steppes to the south. Though Thorison was killed by the forces he had unleashed, his surviving brethren were ultimately enslaved by Ragnaros and his elementals. They remain within the depths of Blackrock to this day. Witnessing the horrific devastation and the fire spreading around the southern mountains, King Madaran and King Cardros halted their armies and hastily turned back towards their kingdoms, unwilling to face the awesome wrath of Ragnaros. The Bronzebeard returned to Ironforge and rebuilt their glorious city. The Wildhammers also returned home to Grimbatoll. However, the death of Mordgood had left an evil stain on the mountain fortress, and the Wildhammers found it inhabitable. They were bitter in their hearts over the loss of their beloved home. King Bronzebeard offered the Wildhammers a place to live within the borders of Ironforge, but the Wildhammers steadfastly refused. Gardos took his people north towards the lands of Lordaeron. Settling within the lush forests, the hinterlands, the Wildhammers crafted the city of Airy Peak, where the Wildhammers grew closer to nature and even bonded with the mighty griffins of the area. Seeking to retain relations and trade with their cousins, the dwarves of Ironforge constructed two massive arches, the Thandal span, to bridge the gap between Khazmodan and Lordaeron. Bolstered by mutual trade, the two kingdoms prospered. After the deaths of Madaran and Cardros, their sons jointly commissioned two great statues in honour of their fathers. The two statues would stand guard over the pass of the Southlands, which had become a volcanic wake of Ragnaros' scorching presence. They served as both a warning to all who would attack the Northern kingdoms and as a reminder of what the price of Dark Irons paid for their crimes. Nearly there. The two kingdoms retained close ties for some years, but the Wildhammers were much changed by the horrors that they witnessed at Grimbatoll. They took to living above the ground on the slopes of Airy Peak. Instead of carving the vast kingdom within the mountains, the ideological differences between the two remaining dwarven clans eventually led to their parting of their ways. So, yes, we will see the Wildhammer clan at some stage. Arathor and the Troll Wars. I don't know if we've read this one. If it does start to sound familiar, we'll have a look at it. I believe trolls might actually be... let's have a look. What level are you? Do you want help with? Oh, it's level 67. I can't help you with that, sorry. As the High Elves fought for their lives against the Trolls' fierce onslaught, the scattered nomadic humans of Lordaeron fought to consolidate their own tribal lands. The tribes of early humanity raided each other's settlements with little heed for racial unification or honour. Yet one tribe, known as the Arathi, saw that the Trolls were becoming too great a threat to ignore. The Arathi wished to bring all of the tribes under its rule so they could provide a united front against the Troll warbands. Over the course of 6 years, the cunning Arathi outmaneuvered and outfought the rival tribes. After every victory, the Arathi offered peace and equality to the conquered people. Thus they won the loyalty of those they had beaten. Eventually, the Arathi tribe became one of the many disparate tribes, to include the many disparate tribes, and the ranks of its army grew vast. Confident that they could hold their own against the troll warbands, or even the reclusive elves if need be, the Arathi warlords decided to construct a mighty fortress city in the southern regions of Lordaeron. The city-state, named Strom, became the capital of the Arathi nation, Arathor. As Arathor prospered, humans from all over the vast continent travelled south to the protection and safety of Strom. From or to Strom? Safety of Strom. United under one banner, the human tribes developed a strong, optimistic culture. Thoradin, the king of Arathor, knew that the mysterious elves in the Northlands were going to constant siege by the trolls, but refused to risk the safety of his people in defence of the reclusive strangers. Many months passed as rumours of the elves' supposed defeat trickled down from the north. It was only when the weary ambassadors from Quel'Thalas reached Strom that Thoradin realised how truly great the troll threat truly was. The elves informed Thoradin that the troll armies were vast, and once the trolls had destroyed Quel'Thalas, they would move on to attack the Southlands. The desperate elves, in dire need of military aid, hastily agreed to teach certain select humans to wield magic in exchange for their help against warbands. This is how humans know how to be mages. They were taught by the High Elves. At least they might have been called. I don't think they were known as the High Elves at the time. I think they were just the elves. I don't think Night Elves, Blood Elves would not have been a thing, and High Elves were a thing at the time. They would have come after, like the Quel'Dorai, Kal'Dorai, and the whatever Orai would have been. After the Will of Eternity. Anyway, so Sin'dorei, that was the other one. So, yeah, Kal'Dorai, Quel'Dorai. So, Night Elves are Kal'Dorai. Quel'Dorai, I believe, are the Highborn or the High Elves. And the Sin'dorei are the Blood Elves. I'm fairly certain that's correct. So, the desperate elves in dire need of... Yeah, so they treat... Okay, so they help with magic, right. Thoradin, distrustful of any magic, agreed to aid the elves out of necessity. Almost immediately, elven sorcerers arrived in Arathor and began to instruct a group of humans in the ways of magic. The elves found that although humans were innately clumsy in their handling of magic, they possessed a startling natural affinity for it. 100 men were taught the very basics of the elves' magical secrets. No more than was absolutely necessary to combat the trolls. Convinced that the human students were ready to aid in the struggle, the elves left Strom and travelled north alongside the mighty armies of King Thoradin. The united elf and human armies clashed against the overwhelming troll bands at the foot of the Azerot Mountains. The battle lasted for many days, but the unflagging armies of Arathor never tired or gave an inch of ground before the troll onslaught. The elven lords deemed the time had come to release the powers of their magic upon the enemy. The 100 human magi and a multitude of elven sorcerers called down a fury of the heavens and set the troll armies ablaze. The elementals' fires prevented the trolls from regenerating their wounds. Oh yes, because trolls have regeneration, health regeneration, and they can only regenerate it they can't regenerate it if they're on fire, because it's like sort of not cauterizing the wounds. Yeah, in a way, it's cauterizing the wounds and preventing them from doing it. But yeah, therefore weakness to fire. Anyway, so prevent them from regenerating their wounds and burned their tortured forms from inside out. As the troll armies broke and attempted to flee, Thoradin's armies ran them down and slaughtered every last one of their soldiers. The trolls would never fully recover from their defeats, and the history would never see the trolls rise as one nation again. Assured that the Quel'Thalas was safe from destruction, the elves made a pledge of loyalty and friendship to the nation of Arathor and the bloodline of its king, Thoradin. Humans and elves would nurture peaceful relationships for ages to come. That is why. And this was part of the alliance of Lordaeron. We've read those, I believe. Yes, I think we've read all these books here. So, yeah. Anything here? Ooh! The Battle of Grimbatol, Charge of the Dragonflights, I think we've read. Yes, I believe so. Battle of Grimbatol. I believe we've read that. The Old Gods and the Ordering of... Yeah. How many pages is this? I don't think we've read this one, actually. This is about the Old Gods, because there is a lot of metaphysical stuff to WoW's lore. I'm not overly into that myself. I'm not into the whole Titan stuff, and even then I prefer the older stuff when it was just sort of names just chucked out or whatever. And then come, Wrath of the Lich King, they really started going into it. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm not really getting any of this. So yeah. And then it became a big thing in future expansion. I'm like, no. Shadowlands was the worst for this. I hated the Jailer as an antagonist. I just generally had to give up at that point. So, unaware of Sargeras' mission to undo their countless works, so Sargeras was one of the titans that were gods, the pantheon of the gods, that would later become one of the evil ones. So Sargeras killed Jaden and Archimonde, as far as I can tell. So, unaware of Sargeras' mission to undo the countless works... No, I think Oh, which one was it now? Because I don't know. I think one of them was. I think it was Kil'jaeden that might have been a god. Or Sargeras was a god. I think Sargeras was a god. Kil'jaeden and Archimonde were Draenei that were corrupted. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Alright. Unaware of Sargeras' missions to undo their countless works, the Titans continued to move from world to world, shaping the ordering each planet as they saw fit. Along their journey, they happened upon a small world that its inhabitants would later name Azeroth. As the Titans made their way across the primordial landscape, they encountered a number of hostile elemental beings. These elementals, who worshipped a race unfathomably evil beings known as the Old Gods, vowed to drive the Titans back and keep their world inviolate from the invaders' metallic touch. Okay. So, from what I understand, this is because I'm learning this as well at the same time as you, so I'm trying to figure this out. So the Titans, they were like, so this is talking about Genesis. Okay, if we compare it to like the Bible, this is Genesis. This is the 7 days that God worked, or whatever. Instead, except in doing 7 days on one planet, it's 7 days across the entire universe. Okay, the gods, the Titans. So God is the Titans. The Titans are creating the universe. And they're going around and they're coming across things and they're going, right, we're going to shape it. And yeah. And they're going around shaping things. And then they come across a planet called Azeroth and they say, right, we're going to shape this in the way we want to. Yeah. Or like they've come across a lump of clay and they said, right, it's our right to change this how we want to. So they came across Azeroth, and Azeroth has elemental beings. So the elementals are the earth, fire, water, wind, and as well the fifth element. I know, fucking movie. Is life as well. This isn't really something that comes deeply into WoW lore until later, I don't think, especially like Catalysm, when you start reading the books like The Shattering and whatnot. It might be in the novels. I'm not sure. It might even be a Warcraft 3 with the Shaman. But anyway, so they have encountered things called the Old Gods. So instead of Cthulhu being in outer space, Cthulhu is under the earth. Okay, so the Titans are God, the devil, and all that sort of thing is in the earth. It's in Azeroth. Okay. Vow to drive the Titans back and keep their world inviolate from the invaders' metallic touch. Right, the Pantheon, so that's the Pantheon of the Titans, disturbed by the Old Gods' penchant for evil, waged war upon the Elementals and their Dark Masters. The Old Gods' armies were led by the most powerful Elemental Lieutenants. So Ragnaros the Fire Lord, he is a boss in Molten Core. He's the most iconic boss probably in World of Warcraft, besides the Lich King and Illidan Stormrage. Right. Therazane, the Stone Mother, who you will meet in here. This is the Maelstrom. You actually meet her later in Catalysm. Alakir, the Wind Lord. Alakir will be down here somewhere, I believe, in Uldum Desert, which isn't actually on this map right now. But yeah, he's somewhere down this way, and he's in the sky. Alakir, the Wind Lord. And Neptulon the Tide Hunter is in Vashtir, which I think was roughly around here. So, you got Ragnaros, Therazane, Alakir, and Neptulon. Ragnaros is the big one. He's the only one you've really got to worry about right now. Their chaotic forces raged against the force of the world and clashed with the colossal titans. Though the elementals were powerful beyond mortal comprehension, their combined forces could not stop the mighty titans. One by one, the elemental lords fell and their forces dispersed. They're really not... I don't know if this is revealed later on, but they're really not that evil. They just like to protect their own realm. This was especially the case in Catalysm. Like Ragnaros as a boss, he comes back with legs. And you'll understand what that means when we do Molten Core. So, yeah, and then like you've got Therazane who's like, why here? And then the Tide Lord's like, oh, let's have a go. There's a bloody great squid over there. We're going to give him what for. I'm going to make you all really big and give you a 1000% damage buff in the greatest dungeon of the world. And then you've got Alakir, who I think is a raid boss as well, and you kill him. So, and you fly around the map, which is really cool. I think I did that raid actually in Catalysm, or did I do it for transmog purposes? I can't remember. Anyway, so anyway, the elementals fall to the Titans. Okay, so earth, wind, water, and fire die to God. The pantheon shattered at the old gods' citadels and chained the 5 evil gods beneath the surface of the world. Without the old gods' power to keep the raging spirits bound to the physical world, the elementals were banished to an abyssal plane where they would contend with one another for all eternity. With the elementals' departure, nature calmed and the world settled into peaceful harmony. The Titans saw that the threat was contained and set to work. The Titans empowered a number of races to help them fashion the world, to help them carve out the fathomless caverns beneath the earth. The Titans created the dwarf-like earthen, which we know the earthen would then become dwarves. To help them dredge out the seas and lift the lands of the seafloor, the Titans created the immense but gentle sea giants. For many ages, you know, the gentle sea giants, every sea giant I've encountered in this fucking game has been hostile. Anyway, for many ages, the Titans moved and shaped the earth, at least until at last there remained one perfect continent. Oh yeah, so Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms, I think, were one continent, and they split apart to the Maelstrom, which I think was the Well of Eternity. Here we go! At the continent's centre, the Titans crafted a lake of scintillating energies. The lake, which they named the Well of Eternity, was to be the fount of life for the world. Its potent energies would nurture the bones of the world and empower life to take root in the land's rich soil. Over time, plants, trees, monsters, and creatures of every kind began to thrive on the primordial content. As twilight fell on the final day of their labours, the Titans named the continent Kalimdor, Land of Eternal Starlight. So, we have Kalimdor here in the Eastern Kingdom. So this was one place, all of this was one landmass, and the Will of Eternity was there, and the Will of Eternity was blown up, and it sent everything everywhere in all directions. So, oh yeah, Northrend as well up there is gone. And the land down here as well, shrouded in mist. And later as Pandaria is gone. So yeah, so Kalimdor kept its name and our Eastern Kingdoms did not. Cool. So we've learnt a bit more. How nice.
What's on your mind?
So
Keep
I
your
don't really
feet
want
on
to
the
talk
ground.
to you because I don't want to do that. Claimant's business in Desolus.
You
We'll
got my
have to go to
attention.
Desolus. Yep, the centaurs and other things.
Watch your
That's a
back.
dungeon that we'll be doing later. So that was really fun. Now let's go to the commons and we'll do stuff there. What's going on in the guild chat? There's a lot of stuff going on here. If they were trying to whisper me, I'm just having a look to see if they were whispering me. Okay, right, I need Walk quest. I need the Robes of Arcana. For 2 gold. Well, that's how it happens. I've got 2 gold. How long does it take for these things to appear in my inventory? Is it immediate? Or does it take an hour or so for them to go into my... Great, I have a rope of Arcana. So, we've got to go to Methanol Harbour first of all, and then we've got to go to... East to the west, place with the centaurs, 1,000 needles. We gotta go. Ah, fuck! I don't wanna go all that bloody way. Something else in there, advertising for Warsong Gulch, no doubt. I don't want to go all that bloody way. You know what? Let's walk. We're gonna have a nice walk because I need to kill time. So, we'll have a walking head episode. Just a nice look around. I must admit, I haven't got much to talk about World of Warcraft as such. I will talk about this actually. I know a lot of people say they don't want to be called the hero of Azeroth all the time, and be called champion all the time. And that's all well and good. But this is something with regards to Classic Plus, they want to keep the idea of like you are one of many faceless adventurers. And I was one of these people who was like, you know what, I want to be called a champion after all this time. I actually want my efforts to be recognised. And it really was in Warlords of Draenor where like you are getting your own garrison and you are getting your own recognition. You are now becoming a commander. It's about bloody time. But now it really does get grating. And it's like the stakes aren't there. And when it came to Legion as well, I just sort of gave up. I'm like, hang on a second. I'm now the leader of the Silver Hand. You know, the Paladins, whatever. When I was on my Tauren Paladin. Or my Warrior. My Warrior was immortal. Because they went to, like, Valhalla, or whatever it was called. And I'm like, well, where's the stakes here? Where do you go from this? And apparently the answer is, well, you got to save the planet in Battle for Azeroth. With Azerites, and I'm like, I'm not really getting it. I'm just not feeling it. You know, it doesn't hit right. Hello? So yeah. So it doesn't really feel the same, and they keep going up and up and up. Oh, and then Shadowlands as well. I don't remember much about Shadowlands, I'm not gonna lie, but it's like you go to hell, you go to the underworld, and there's different wings of the underworld. I like the vampire underworld, to be honest. I thought that was really cool. I did my dailies with them. That was my chosen faction. As a druid, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I actually really like them. So I did their dailies and world quests and whatnot. I had one faction as my focus. It was alright. But it was so fucking boring. I just got tired of it. I gave up on the story then because they kept escalating it. I think the old Warhammer approach, again, I know I reference Warhammer a lot, it's the best frame reference I got. So I like the idea where the story didn't move that much. It's like they added to it, it kept getting deeper, but it wasn't moving forward. It was going wider, it was going deeper, it wasn't going forward. And that was so important to me when I realised it's so important to me. It was important to me when I realised that like I really don't like the Primaris all that much. I mean, I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. I like the Primaris. I like that they're better scaled and whatnot, but it's just I just can't get on with some of the designs, you know. Well, I think this might be a shortcut actually. Fingers crossed. So anyway. So I couldn't get on with things like that, and like the stories with the Primarchs are waking up now. Okay, great. And oh, there's more stuff going on there because of that. Yeah, but no one's really moving. Nothing's really happening. Despite all the events that are happening, nothing's really happening. I liked when the story could get deeper, or you'd reveal more about the existing setting. It's like, yeah, by the way, here's another planet that is going to be the focus of the expansion. Or, you know, we're going to focus on this particular chapter of Space Marines, or these Xenos, or whatever. You know? We're going to introduce a new chaos thing, but we're not going to move the story forward. You know? Don't get me wrong, 1,000 years per edition or whatever is a lot of time to cover. And a lot of things can go on in that time. Behind the scenes, you give yourself plenty of time to write novels, okay? Like, the Horus Heresy has 64 novels in its series, I think. With more on the way, I think. Like the Unification Wars and everything. I know, was it the Culling or something? The Great Purge? I can't remember what it was called. But yeah. Faustina. Very clever name for a warlock. Faust. Oh dear. But yeah. Anyone wanting me? I don't think so. No, you're level 70. So.
To target something first.
Go on. Yeah, so with Warcraft, it was a case of, yeah, there's more stuff being added, but the story isn't moving that much forward, and then you have the Burning Crusade and whatnot. But you could easily argue something like the Burning Crusade or whatever was, again, not having such a major impact on the old world, because it was a new place to go to. It was contained elsewhere. Wrath of the Lich King, yeah, the Lich King coming back is a big deal, but it's not so great impact on the story. As such. I mean, even like, for example, it's a bit jarring when you've got the Death Knights, for example. So, to play a Death Knight, you have to have a level 50 character on your account, because they start at like level 55, I think. No, I think you gotta have a level 60 character to play one, and then they start at level 55. But it's weird because their stuff is based on expansion that happens years later, but then they come back to... But then they sort of got to do stuff from the previous expansion to get caught up. It's kind of weird, you know? So you're a Death Knight, and you're fighting demons in space. Tonally, it was a bit off. And I wasn't keen on that idea as such. So yeah. But yeah, but I liked that in a way the story still wasn't moving quite as fast. And then you got the Catalysm, which is where the world, where you can't do a lot of the old quests. They've been removed and rewritten, and the world's been reshaped. There's new zones added, but old zones have been removed, or at least the way you know them has been removed. So, for example, 1,000 Needles you saw before. Where is it? Where's 1,000 Needles? Needles. This here is all flooded. The only way you can navigate it is by hopping from this, and this. Oh, there's boats as well. Yeah. But all the old quests there are gone. Deathwing comes along and drowns everybody. There. Yeah. In the Barrens there's a dirty great pit of lava or scorched earth. You know, that sort of thing. It changes so very much. I'm in the wrong fucking place, aren't I? Where the fuck am I meant to be? In the wet. Ah, I think it's just because it's in the water that I can't quite see it. I'll keep going. I'm trying to find out what the fuck's going on. Right, anyway. So. I want to see if there's going to be Classic Plus stuff. Stuff that doesn't necessarily move the story forward, but just gives you more additional stuff. And that's how I like Warcraft lore, is when it's not like World of Warcraft. Like, I can't stress enough how in a lot of these older games, the world is the main character. You might be the protagonist, but the setting itself has so much personality. It's like you're there walking around a museum. This is Trazen's archive, okay? You are walking around a diorama of the World of Warcraft that you knew from the RTS games, but just expanded upon. The story will remain the same, it'll remain static and all that sort of thing. It feels like the stuff is out there, you've just got to go out and look for it. You've got to participate in it. Instead of being like, oh, they're adding more stuff to it. Like, for me, it feels like... Maybe this is because I haven't actually got to endgame stuff yet. Or max level stuff yet, I should say. That I feel like there's stuff out there for me to discover. The story feels static. And I want it to feel that way in a way. But everyone's different, and look, I appreciate I'm probably saying this from a point of, I don't want to say privilege as such, but of inexperience, a lack of nostalgia. I'm unburdened by the nostalgia and the need to see new content because I haven't played TBC as it was intended before. So that's why it's a bit different for me, I think. Right, for the love of God, are we going to find this thing or what? I know it's lost off the shore. Have we got any fucking clue as to where? Please, please, God, tell me that it's here. I've got water walking. I haven't got water. Sorry, I've got water breathing. I haven't got water walking. Oh, fuck you! I'm in the wrong bloody place. It's over here. It's there. Fuck. Right. Walking head again. I could fly there, but I like doing these moments of walking and just seeing the game in the setting, and it's nice to talk. Go through it. I'm in the wrong fucking place though. Because I can't fucking read a goddamn map, can I? You know, this, it's almost like a busman's holiday playing this as a break from Hell Let Loose. Or playing Hell Let Loose as a break from this, and all you do in that game is you spend more time looking at maps than you do the fucking game. I can't see anything, but I'll shoot in the direction of wherever that ping is. If I saw someone move before I shoot them, I must open the map, I must ping them. I must mark things down, I must tell command, there's a guy there, can we shoot him? I love Hell Let Loose. It's a great game, and they've got the Vietnam Hell Let Loose Vietnam come out later. Christ, that's gonna be good. Because I think actually that would probably work in a way better because it's it is search and destroy. How are they going to do helicopters? I don't know. They've got to do choppers, right? Of course they do. Automatic weapons are going to be probably more a thing there as well. Giving everyone an AK, an M16. It'd be interesting to see how they do it. They've of course got to bring about the booby traps, right? Claymores for the US and the Aussies, and the you know, all the punchy sticks and everything for the Vietnamese. It's gonna be so fucking good, that game. I can't wait. There are not enough war games about the Vietnam War and such. But I think it's one of those things that, and like I think Korea as well. But I think a lot of people are just like, we've already got this other thing. Oh yeah, when you try to jump stationary with a horse, your horse is up. Just in case you never knew. So yeah, that seems interesting. Right, well, back to Warhammer. Yeah, I am looking forward to 11th edition. I have not much to say about it. I've read a bit more about how things were going with it. In terms of the... Do I know you? No, you're level 24. I don't know you. I thought you were from Stone Island Mountains. Yeah, so 40k looks alright. I don't like the idea of the detachment points thing as such. So detachments are like, so you got your army, and then you have like rules for different rules that you can select, if you're not familiar. And detachments are the specific rules. So for example, you might have like, let's talk Space Marines. You might have like a vehicles or a tanks detachment. It's sort of like unspoken that, oh yes, this is your tanks detachment. This is your, you know, light infantry detachment. This is your heavy weapons. This is your Terminator detachment. Or if you're Imperial Guard, this is your tank one. This is your infantry one. This is your, you know, Kazakin or Jump Pack Squad one. If you're Orcs, this is your Rocket Truck Squad. This is your Death Dread. This is your Mobber Lads sort of boys detachment. And now there's a limit to how many points. So like, if they cost, let's say you're playing at 1,000 points, you can only play detachments that cost 2 points. If you have 3 points, you can't play it. Probably because it's too powerful almost. It's another limitation. I know I get what they're trying to do with it. I just think it's... You might as well bring back Force Org at that point, where you must have a HQ, you must have 1 battle line, and you must have 3 infantry and 2 tanks. Because I think it's just veering too close to limitations. I don't know. I liked that in 1,000 points, it was like, right, you can have whatever detachment you want, but you've sort of got to work around what you're going to bring. So I don't know. It seems okay. I'm not hugely bothered by it. Obviously, got to play it and see for myself. I'm not too experienced with the game itself to actually say for certain if it's going to be good or bad. I'm just saying at a glance, it's not looking all that great. But I appreciate the design with it, and I think as well for 2,000 points it'll be good. And yeah, I think I'm at the point where I want to get 2,000 points of about 2 armies. Like Custody is absolutely nice.
I can't cast that yet.
Sorry about that. Oh shit. So yeah. So what else? Yeah, the Armageddon box. Oh yeah. So yeah, 2,000 points. I want to get 2,000 points of like a couple of armies. So like my Blood Ravens are naturally going to get to 2,000 points. My Brood Brothers might get to 2,000 points because I really like playing Brood Brothers right now. But I need to know that they're actually going to be a detachment. And even then, I'm still going to be playing 10th. I'm not going to just dive immediately into 11th. And 11th is mostly just revised 10th anyway, so that's fine. They're not making such radical changes, it's going to be a bother. I've got some Imperial Knights. My darling dearest has got Imperial Knights. What else? What would I like 1,000 points off? Like, I've got a combat patrol of orcs. Of the orcs that come in the Armageddon box, and I think the Blood Ravens in the Armageddon box are also going to be a combat patrol. So it's basically 2 combat patrols. I will be getting the Armageddon box because, yes, in terms of 2 combat patrols, it probably doesn't seem like much, but you do get your core rule book. You do get your, I think, your data cards for the characters you're getting and everything. You get everything you need. 26. Okay. We are going here, so we can actually go to the shore there and just walk on down. In fact, fuck it, well, we'll walk down this way. That might be why, actually. We do massively outlevel everything here, so it's nothing to worry about. Syndicate. That's the faction where you can get reputation with them if you kill the other guys. Or is it? That's one. Right.
It's too far away.
I need some soul shards. So let's kill things that are going to get us experience. Yep. So we're just killing things that are appropriate for our level. Oh yeah.
I need a target.
That one.
I'm out of range.
Because he gets experience. Shit. We're not going to get any experience. You yield experience. I don't know if this is actually going to kill you, so... Let's try it. Hopefully this does. I don't think we'll actually have to. I can't go to Soulstone because I'm out of room. Let's go. Let's just burl. Like that. I'll use a Soulstone to do that. Hey, right, so we've got a soul shard back for that. Right, please just excuse me 1 second. If I die, I die. I'll have to accept that. I'll not be a minute. And I am back. Sorry to keep you waiting there. So, yeah, it's alright. There the door go. Hopefully we can... Yay, got another soul stone. I need a lot of soul stones though. Let him take the aggro, because that's going to spit poison, I think. Nope, it's not. Let that do. Right. Do a health funnel onto you. There you go. Nice targeting, which was me. Oh. There we go, just a few more to get, and then... We're actually just going to level up, I think, from just killing these things. Which says a lot about the kind of quests we're kind of doing right now. We really shouldn't be doing like orange quests. So we should be doing the yellow ones here, not the other ones like this. If it's dungeon quest, that's one thing, but otherwise, no. Oh, that'll do. I've got enough for soul stones. I've got enough for... I'll use that before. I log out. I think I get to keep the buff for the soul stone. I just have to make another lifetime. So yeah. South Shore's a nice little zone. Wonder question. I think the Horde actually take over South Shore, I want to say. I can't remember. Oh no, this is the Alliance that keep it. Oh dear. These guys are equal level to me. So we'll just have to deal with them. That's some water walking. Well, I put you in combat with them. If you want to take credit for them, that's fine. I'm in combat, so... See, if you wanted to help, just say. I thought some of these here. Thanks, but I'm just passing through. Good luck there. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I got Mark of the Wild, nice. And thorns. I do like thorns. When I play my druid, I put thorns on everything. Like, I don't care if you're level 70 and you're only gonna do 9 damage back. Thorns is great. I love thorns. Like bladed armor, I think it was for DKs, was it? Where you do damage back to people. Yes, that's done. Another one, that's fine. We can manage 2. If not, Soulstone just in case. There we go, right. And we can now go further down here. No, we can't. Never mind. Doing that then, I guess. Soul Siphon, okay. So we're getting more drain life based on the amount of damage you're already doing to things like the affliction effects. So, we've got 3 on there, so right, just getting more drain life. Now drain life is looking a bit better. Ding! And we get our Melody Tome. I will also loot gold. Yeah, so we've got the Moldy Tome. Can we read? Yeah. Need the other thing. I want the money, I don't want anything else from them, so hopefully we can have that. I'm not sure if I'm questing it too much. Right, well that was good. Time to move on. So, I do have a quest to bring us to South Shore, but I'd rather not do that yet. It is a nice zone, South Shore. The quests would probably actually be doable here as opposed to Dustwallow Marsh. But I'm not here for that. Then again, I suppose South Shore might actually help more with the Defias plot and things like that, but missing Diplomat is taking me to the other place. I don't want to quest the Theramore anyway, so... Next up is Dustwallow Marsh. In fact, we could just half back. I'm going to call it, actually, very soon. I think I'm going to try and get to this other place. And, yeah. Aha! I'm not actually where I thought it would be. It was supposed to be Hearthstone. That's okay then. Because I think I might have to set my Hearthstone here, because I think it's going to be more useful. What else is going on that I could talk about? I don't know, to be honest. No, just checking my notifications. All, so far, can be safely ignored. I don't know what else to talk about, really. Even in terms of Warhammer, ain't got much going on. It's all fairly mercifully quiet. So, yeah. No. Sorry, I've got nothing. I've got nothing. I really just want to get this quest done so I can take a break. I have been looking forward to playing WoW lately. I really have. Oh, have we got any new dungeons? I wonder if Alderman's opened up yet. Dungeons. Nope. Razorfen Downs. Oh, Razorfen Downs is now open to us. So we definitely have to do that. There are more groups going for that though. So I will have to put out in the chat maybe next episode. But the thing is that like... Oh yeah, Scarlet Graveyard I will have to do. I think next episode I might put out something in the chat saying, hey, does someone do this? He's got not gonna fog up potion. You stop breathing. Which I think actually gives you underwater breathing. So they're not gonna fog up ocean. Oh, it turns you into a skeleton. Like that. He's got a Khadgar's knapsack. Oh nice, Arch. Where'd you come from? Khadgar. Tools for wand. With Sword of Forest Dreams. I'm sorry, the Warlock. Oh yes, because Warlocks can wield swords. I've seen a lot of people who aren't.
That spell is already. How generous.
See, I like this community spirit. Everyone's just, like, I've now got a Blessing of Kings, I've got Thorns, I've got this, which is even better than the other one. It really is genuinely nice. I love when people just come together and do those things. It's nice. We're all here. On this magnificent journey.
How kind of you.
How are you? Be good.
Feralis. Feralis is going to take me where?
What can I do for you?
Yeah,
See you soon.
we can afford to. Yeah, this is the good thing now, is like we're actually... The quest rewards are now starting to outpace the cost to travel. Because it is a real pain in the arse trying to get around this game. But it's good, because you gotta earn it. You gotta figure out ways to make money. The problem is, like, I will say this much, because this is something else that people are saying, like, what do you want to see? What do you not want to see in Classic Plus? It's like bots. I don't want to see bots. I don't want to see people running around paying someone to make money for them, whatever, buying gold with stolen credit cards and accounts and shit like that. And it would be a wonderful thing, wouldn't it? It'd be a wonderful thing if they weren't doing that, but unfortunately that does happen. I know, because I had my account stolen for botting purposes. I talked about it before in one of the earlier episodes as well, I think. Yeah. I was not happy. I was willing to have that account blown to smithereens if it meant bots weren't doing stuff. Unfortunately, bots do pay a subscription fee. But there's a huge amount of... I don't think people appreciate how ineffectual a lot of the botting solutions are. You really have to be strict on it. You say, no, bots, get rid of them. Get rid of people botting, because if you do, it makes it seem like it creates a low trust society. Because we've seen this in World of Warcraft. We saw this with like the corrupted blood incident, how people treat these incidents that create low trust. I believe. Which one is it? That's down. So we're going down that way for our dungeon. I want to do that dungeon because it's so good. It's so good. Well, I didn't like it at first, but it's so good. I loved leveling through it. It's so fast. Yeah, there's winding tunnels and everything, but you blitz through it. Absolutely blitz through it. Level 27 humanoids. Okay, we're high enough level to actually troll here fairly safely. You? Nihilum, TBC. Are you the real Nihilum? Because isn't Nihilum meant to be like one of the best raiding guilds in the world? Or wars? Grimdock, what a lovely name. Be up there roughly. Oh shit! Oh yeah, that's one of the elementals, by the way. That were apparently allied with the evil old gods. I've yet to see anything that says why they were evil. You will see the old gods, at least one of them, which was Cthulhu. And yeah, like they're maddening or whatnot, or like they drive people insane. We know that much, but it's like, again, like what are they evil? Like if they were enslaving the elementals, or if they were mind controlling them, that I would understand. If they just wanted to be left the hell alone by the Titans or whatever, because the Titans were fucking invading their planet, I could understand that. I think the way it's sort of being told in the story now is that the Void is like an alternative power, like the Arcane. It's the opposite of the light, which is a big thing. But again, I wasn't really following that. I just can't follow WoW's story anymore. I want to, like, I want to get into Midnight, but like I'm not making much of an effort to download it, to be honest. But I just look at that, I'm just like, I just really don't want to. I just try and have to figure it out. Barons, Freeman Post, and summary. An elevator. A cloud serpent. Nice, cool design on it as well. What's that? Vermin. Pest hide snarler. Oh, hang on a second, is that manuscript in the... Ah, shit. I think I've bugged it up again. Ah, shite. Some of the Centaur designs are really cool. Yeah, some of those vile creatures in Warcraft, though. It's like fairly mundane creatures that keep fucking doing that. Ah, there's a cave there. Maybe it's inside the cave. Yes, they mentioned it was among the centaurs. Level 25, how the fuck are you doing this much damage to me? Christ. Well, I don't need soul stones from you, so I'm just gonna murderize the fuck out of you. Sorry. I will say, because as much of a pain in the arse these Warlock quests are, and again, let's be honest, the reason why they are the way they are is to make Blizzard money with subscription fees, is I love the class quests. I think they're very well done, and it makes you feel like you're having to go out of your way to get powerful. Bear in mind as well, we're doing this as a player. NPCs, well, the fact it was some of the things, and think how many walks have come before us and failed. You know? Well, that's optimistic. I'm clearing a path ahead. Not in the direction I want to go, mind, but... Fortunately for you, you can actually heal the soul from this. Yeah, when you think about it, soul shards, actually terrifying concept. The idea that your soul is being captured and it's being used to summon a demon. Yeah, I really can't get over the fact that jailer was the boss, and he's actually. Oh, and there's this other person, like the architect or whatever, some other fucking god. Like, oh, so you mean that, like, everything that Sylvanas Windrunner said about the void? As in, like, when you die, there's nothing there. And it's really scary, and that's why I want to keep everyone undead, because it's better than seeing nothing. Because I've been there, I was resurrected as a banshee, and that's better than being dead. Honestly, I liked a lot of Shadowlands, but Jesus fucking Christ. That was so... I'm sorry, I just can't get over this one bit of lore. It just wasn't fucking evident, you know? Just wasn't evident. The map zoom function, the way better map zoom function is better here. Gosh, that's enough good that is. Let me up! No! Let me up, you bastard! Gotta work our way all the way around again. I'll get that money from you. You matey are paying for my travel back. I forgot to set my Hearthstone. For place that wants to go. Marvelous. So this is going to be the chest with this. Yes. And I need to get rid of some stuff because I need.
Inventory is full.
Right. I don't. There we go. Because the silk, if I get 60, I can donate it. Evil dungeon. Great. Well, I can't half back, so we're going to make a long walk back. Well, actually, it's just a bit of a flight, really. But yeah, we've done our walk quest. We can run away, it's fine. Eventually we'll be out of combat and we can run away. Curious. Of course, you're not going to say curiosity, but let's see if we can take the elevator back up, because I know like the horde's guarding it, but I'm genuinely wondering how to actually get up there. There's also a lot of quests down that way. Zul'Farrak leads down the way. I'm not really. No, I thought to actually go to the Zul'Farrak questing zone in Tanaris. Yeah, I know. I appreciate this is not going to be the most interesting episode. Cragstalker, very nice. Oh, Mr. Bloody Elevator! There's just a skeleton there. I think we might be able to just see it here. Just there, you'll see it here. I think someone tried to jump off the cliff and they failed. Right, I'm really sorry. Please don't kill me. Are they affiliated with the Horde? Yeah, they are. As in, yeah, the PvP enemies. Inspecting the ruins. Inspecting the ruins. Inspecting. Shady Rest Inn. Oh, that's on the other side. Okay, that's the next one too. Oh, okay. In that case, we will go that way. Very briefly, just again, because we already went down that way. So why it hasn't marked it? It doesn't matter. It's not going to help us anyway. Bale done. Bale done excavators. What's here? Just dwarves in it. Orc Shaman. They are. Ah, they are affiliated with Ironforge, but they're not PvP, I don't think. Interesting. Yeah, so I think the Barons are split into two locations. You have the south and you have the north in Catalysm. Just to make it a bit easier to do your quests. How much rest XP have I got? 82%, I believe, my bonus rest XP. I'm not sure. So, Shady Rest Inn is where we've got to do a quest. This one. I know that this is something I've actually. Never mind. Oh, we went down that way before. Where's this way going to take us? That looks like Horde signs to me, or Centaur signs. It's neither, is it? I don't think. Oh, is it? Warlock signs? Where the fuck am I going? I just want to have this to my quest zone thingy. But not if it's going to get me up against all the 38 enemies. Fuck that. Right, we're going to the Barrens, we're going to hand in 2 quests. And then I gotta go to Ironforge and hand in another one. To do that, I'll probably have to get the boat to Booty Bay, to get to Stormwind, to get the Deep Run tram. I'm not fucking doing all that. Christ, I'll fly. Yeah, so as I was saying before, this is the point I was trying to make originally. About how you will have a low trust society in WoW when you allow bots to ruin. And in any game, really. When you start having bots, they're like, oh, well, hang on a second, they're getting more money than me. And they're playing the game, I don't want to say illegally, but they're playing the game against the rules. So it's like you've got bots running around, they're making more gold, they're making money while I'm at work or whatever. Or, hang on a second, there's people out there who are spending less money on the WoW token than the WoW token and still making more money. So why wouldn't I buy gold, you know? And it's this problem of like they're getting away with it. I'm paying my sub, and they're doing it. Let me get this money. Ooh. Oh, I thought it was a specific rare monster of sorts. It's not. Although I think you can't remember if you can tame scorpions in this version of the game. Are they beasts? Yeah. Silithid. Oh, Silithids. Oh dear. So Silithus is a zone that we'll see later. It's full of bugs and it's not nice. And that's where the Temple of Anchorage is. Which is one of the most infamous raids, and it's also there as well, where in the Temple of Anchorage you will meet Cthulhu, the old god boss, and I think it's rumoured as well that like he whispers to the player. It's like it was one of those sort of urban myths that was sort of discovered as true. But because you couldn't find proof of it anywhere, because there was not much recording, who would have known, right? Who would have known? Oh, was it the Whispers of Yogg-Saron? I think it was the Cthulhu and the Yogg-Saron. Right, let's clear off here, because there's going to be a horde encampment up there, I think, and we're safe enough to travel down this way anyway. So yeah, are those Zevra's critters? Oh, they are beasts at level 20. Giraffe is also. I just realised the giraffes have horns. A long, long way to go. Yeah, Barrens is an interesting place to quest because on the one hand there's a lot of killy quests, lots of mob density and things like that, but at the same time, lots of area to travel. It's one of the nicest and worst quest zones because it looks gorgeous. It is gorgeous. But you've got to spend a long time looking at it. You will have some iconic quests here like Mankrook's wife and so forth, but that's if you're Horde. Well, I don't think Alliance actually do any questing in here. Besides the odd quest. I liked when the escalation patch came out, which was 5.3. For Miss Pandaria, and you fought the Iron Horde here. Well, not the Iron Horde as such, but Garish's Horde, Orcish Horde. And you get resources for the war effort. But the thing is, I love war efforts in games, but I want it to be real. I want it to be like, no, the content does not come out until you do these things. Like the case of Anchorage, there was the race to be the first on the server to open the gates of Anchorage for your raid. So, yeah, so the gates of Anchorage would open, all these enemies would spill out, and you'd be collecting resources for the war effort. And it was a case of like, you don't get to see the raid until you've collected and handed in all these resources. So there's a lot of gathering quests and things like that. And that's some very Warcraft 3 animations right there. Hey, we're on the right track. So, it's like, yeah, so it's there, you just got to actually put in the work on your server to do it. And the first people to do it are the first people that are going to enter the raid. Whereas in Escalation, it's like, okay, it's leading to the Siege of Orgrimmar. Okay, so what happens if nobody does Escalation? Nobody turns on any meat, oil, or metal, or wood, I think, as well. There were lots of different resources. And it's like, well, nothing will happen, we'll just release the raid. What's that? No, don't ever do that again. And then they did it again in Battle for Azeroth, where you had like a war effort thing to get to, like, oh, if you contribute resources to the, what was it called? Was it the Warfronts? Warfronts, that was it, the Warfronts. I love the Warfronts. Forgive me for calling them Stormfronts before, they're not, they're Warfronts. So yeah, but the thing is like, there was one of my biggest complaints was there's no way of confirming if your contributions are actually speeding up the timer. So like, oh yeah, I've handed in 1,000 wood and 1,000 meat and 1,000 oil. And
Can I help you?
it didn't mean anything. Didn't mean shit. Okay, so we've got the robes now. So, have you created them yourself? Such personal touches I find make the imbuing of magic that much sweeter. It gives you a greater sense of accomplishment. A greater what, sorry? A great sense of accomplishment. Dare I say, pride and accomplishment. Manara Voidrender, would you like a job at Electronic Arts as a PR person? Would you like to represent them in the court during the loot box debacle? It's going to be coming in about 20 years' time. Probably close to 15 years at this point, actually. But I understand if you chose a quicker path than I've made for you. There's something to be said for such ambition.
Safe travels.
It's holding nicely. All magical items must begin an effort of high quality. The more effort and skill you put into an item, the greater the magic it can hold. Rare and more expensive components hold the magic better. You will never regret having the ropes fashioned into ones that will make for you later on.
Farewell.
Okay, for the enchanted gold blood robe, I've got to bring a gold bar to someone in Stranglethorn Vale. Okay, so Zig's a good stitch in Booty Bay.
Be careful.
Right. Okay. Gold bar. So apparently I think it's saying we can loot them from here. Or get this. Hear me out. Could just buy
Hey, how you doing? Time is
You're going
money,
to
friend.
Biddy Bay, yeah? Stranglethorn.
Keep it real.
All the undead here. Undead priest, nice. I love their animations. They're brilliant. Yeah, I can easily see why Ozzy Osbourne was an undead priest in the advert. If you haven't seen the old trailers for World of Warcraft for the celebrities, you had Mr. T, you had Ozzy Osbourne, you had Chuck Norris. So... yeah, who else was there? Mr. T, Chuck Norris, Ozzy Osbourne... I can't remember. Oh. Mr. T. I'm not misremembering that, am I? Mr. T was one of them. Was he Hunter, the Night Elf Hunter? But the idea was that they tell you what the classes were, and what they did. That's cool. Tunes. But yeah. So in fact, I believe there is a auction house here. Maybe a neutral auction. Where can I fucking come out here? Where can I mount? I can't mount the Bootify. No, you can't. So for some reason, this is sort of a version to wood. Grumpy old man. Oh, he's doing feign death. I wonder if he's pissed off the Broody Bray Bruisers. The old Port Authority. You are... pirate suppliers, there we go.
Anywhere! Yo!
Can make a swashbuckler ship, which I can't preview yet, but you can have a pet. It's a cockatiel. You haven't floated around.
Glad I could help!
Pirate supplies. It's like a shirt and a parrot. Ah, the auctioneer. Gold bar. I only really want one. Let's have two though. A mailbox somewhere, mate. Right.
Yo!
Blackwater Raiders.
Yo. Hey, yeah. Interesting. Yo. What you want?
Zandalar. Oh yes, they have a reputation as well, don't they? These trolls have come to Yojambar Isle in an effort to recruit help against the resurrected blood god and his Atalaya priest in Zul'Gurub. The Zandalar tribe, yes.
Time is money.
I don't know if the Zandalar tribe rep is still a thing as of Catalysm. Right, where's the mailbox here? I can't have him out. Dwarf Paladin!
You need something?
Horde style mailbox. I don't remember them being that big. Well, I need one, but I got two. Right, as far as I'm aware, is it back to... It's not back to Ratchet, it's back to the guy here somewhere. Yeah, Booty Bay's a wonderful place to... I love Booty Bay. I think it's so good. I love how cobbled together it is. This is what I like about WoW. Like early WoW, is just, again, how cobbled together it is.
Time is money, friend.
Ah, one of my favourite customers. You look to be a warlock of some power, Withywarlock. I am pleased to meet you. If there's anything I can do for you, please just ask. My brother and I feel that it will be your kind that leads to the next great era. One of such power, such control. It's only a matter of time before the Legion itself bends to your will. I am but a little envious.
Oh, I can't choose any of those options.
Have a good one. Keep it real.
Okay.
Go, Sis. Bring me one, and we'll see what we can do about spinning the thread for you. Until then, I would suggest you focus your efforts on becoming more powerful. Your toughest trials are still ahead, and trust me, you'll wish you were more prepared, regardless of how powerful you might think you
Be
might
good.
be. Perfect. I'm glad you could find one miner to help you out so quickly, or did you work this yourself? Either way, you've done well. This will be the path for the thread. It takes some time to clear the stuff, so you'll have to come back. I actually have to send off to some princess who will have it locked in the tower, whose only job is to spin gold thread. No, seriously, I mean, okay, not really.
Keep it real.
Okay.
It'll take some time.
Right, so... Just a hardware there. Put in a tower right next to Ratchet.
Be good.
Strahd. Is Strahd actually a reference to Strad von Zadovich in Ravenloft of D&D and the tower? So I want to go back here to hand this quest in. Hopefully I can make the boat.
I need to get closer.
Control that. Nice. I do love trolls. The Zandalari trolls, my friend. Oh, he's a priest. Nice. Yeah, as I say, I love trolls for the lore. I like troll warlocks, troll priests. The idea of the troll paladin for the Zandalari trolls was amazing. They're one of my favourite races and all. Wow, so rich in lore and history and everything. Great voice acting, great artwork, great zones. They've always had a good. There's not a single bad troll zone out there. It's a shame that if you go on the forums with a troll avatar, though, people genuinely do think you are a troll. An internet troll is like, oh, no, don't do that to me. Please. Right. Right, okay, so finally gooned 70 times in this game. Remember the white gooner next month when he is gooning in PoE 2. Right. You could score. Good God. Oh dear. It's times like this when I'm glad that these words lose their meaning. Oh, I can also get some stuff for my pet. I don't really need this elixir, so I'll just drink it, I guess.
Need help? Have a good one.
Where's the third eye? So that's acceptable. The couple and his brother have not failed as yet. I suppose it's understandable they will be prepared by then, so we have other things to prepare for the next step.
See you around.
So, Hate, Fury, Blood, and Lesser Fell Stone. Manarok Coven.
Safe travels.
The dark times will pass.
Firebolt, right. Firebolt rank 4 you've got, haven't you? But packed. It is a lot of money though, isn't it? Hang on. My thing doesn't know that.
Shorel-Aran.
Right. Let's just... excuse me, level 37. Right. Right, okay, that's fine. We've actually got other stuff we can do in the meantime. I'm going to go to Ironforge, hand in this book, and then I'm going to call it a day. It's been really fun playing today, but I need to hand this in. Troll hunters have the best animations of all for hunters, because they crouch down, they pull the bow like that. It's brilliant. It's like they do it like side on. I mean, I think night elf males do as well, but the crouch they do. Paladin mount there.
I'm out of range.
Very nice. So paladins and warlocks both get a mount at level 30. I think it's about level 25 maybe or level 20 maybe that Shaman get the ghost tool form, and I believe they can use it indoors as well. Unless it's later. I don't know. We are making steady progress. I appreciate I am focusing. I'm not doing the optimized way of doing it. Oh shit, I didn't buff everybody. Oh bollocks, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry everyone, I fucking failed here. There's someone leveling enchanting and tailoring next to leveling itself again without even enough for a basic flying. Yeah, it's a lot of money to fly, but that's okay. Or it would be if there weren't so many bloody bots. To be fair, I haven't actually encountered too many. But then with the amount of layering that's in this game, it really does spoil it, so you can actually see everyone, including the bots. I'm supposed to just install them when you see them. But yeah. Yeah, so I know I'm not doing anything super optimized or whatever. Progress is slow. It will be slow because I'm between doing different quests. I would get so much more XP if I was doing dungeons, but we're not doing dungeons. We can't do that one, so don't have to worry about that one. But yeah, I think I might have to stick to the Theramore quests because they are all basically that level. And I will have to set my Hearthstone for there. Oh god, I remember when I was playing BFA. I stopped playing WoW on a laptop when I was playing on the PC. And having an SSD as well changed everything. And it was one of those things where, like, a lot of people don't appreciate how good an SSD is until they have one, and it just melts load times. They really are genuinely, I think, at the best when you get an SSD. If you still can, because I don't know what's happening with those prices now with AI and everything. So I am now in combat with this person. Well, this thing here. What? I give him a buff. Oh, I'm now hated with this blood cell buccaneers. Oh no. Whoops-a-doodles. I'll have to kill some people at Booty Bay to get on their good side. Oh yeah. I'm not sure. So when you get into something called when you go into raiding, again I appreciate I'm speaking to people who might not, who probably already know this, but as well, I should just... It's been a while since I said this, but I make these videos mostly for my darling dearest, who doesn't know much about MMOs and World of Warcraft and whatnot. So for me, this is like a teaching moment for other people. And there might be people watching these videos who genuinely don't know this stuff, or maybe things have changed in the time from when I last played back in Shadowlands to Midnight. Or maybe they're not familiar with how things work here. When you get into raiding, there's going to be something that matters to a lot of players, and that's called... You're a Blood Elf, I can't revive you, sorry. There's going to be something called Gear Score. And Gear Score is one of those... things that is quite controversial, but it starts out with good intentions, like a lot of things that will help players out, and then gets co-opted by bad actors and people who weaponize it. Where am I going? Take one headphone off slightly just so I can hear what's going on. I think it's the neighbours again. So, following the main road, all good. There's the room. So, gear score is basically a way of saying what your total gear averages out to. So each item, I think it might actually have it here, I'm sure. No, okay. Might not be until later when you start getting gear score. But gear score is like an add-on, because it started out as an add-on and then it became item level later on. And gear score would basically say, right, we're going to attribute a score to your gear. And the higher the score, the better it is. And it wasn't perfect, because it was sort of not aggravated, excuse me, it was aggravating. It was aggregated. So gear score was aggregated, and it was like just like a roundup basically of what you've got, and it sounds all well and good. It sounds all well and good. But you'd have a lot of people who would use gear score as a way of deciding if a player was good enough or not. Now, gear score kind of works well when you've got so many ways of progressing forwards. And it's like a case of like, well, instead of like linear progression like in Classic or in Vanilla, so what you do is like you do the dungeons, so you do the Blackrock Spire dungeons, then you'd probably be going into Sul'Gurub and Zul'Aman, and then then you'd be going in, well, once you've done those you go into Molten Core, and then you do Sul'Gurub and Zul'Aman, and then you do Onyxia's Lair, and then you're doing Blackwing Lair, and then Onyxia, and Nexramas, and things like that. So it was that sort of thing that was going on, where your raid progression was... Oh, and before any of those, you'd probably be doing like the dragon raids as well to get gear. Whereas gear score would come in, and it's like, it's a nice and quick way to see, have you got the gear to do the DPS, the damage per second required to kill a boss? Because bosses have mechanics called Enrage, and Enrage is when you've spent 10 minutes, exactly 10 minutes, fighting this boss, it will enrage, so it will increase its attack speed and damage done by, I think, 150% or something like that. So it'll basically double its damage and attack speed. And nobody wants to have to deal with that, right? Of course not. So, you've got to be able to kill the boss quick enough to make sure that that's not a problem. So, you need gear to do that, basically. Now, of course, skill still counts. You know, you still need to be skilled enough. You need to be able to hit the right buttons. Gear isn't going to help you if all you're doing is pressing Shadow Bolt. Unless you're a Destruction Warlock, in which case go crazy. The general idea is you will need gear, and this is a way of, at a glance, measuring how good your gear is without looking over, hovering over every single item and figuring out if you're good enough to join the raid or not, sort of thing. So, no brain, just loot. What a great name for a guild. What a name. I hope to see them around more. That's funny. And that's... Oh, excuse me 1 second. Right. Sorry about this. I keep expecting something. I'm waiting for a package and I keep thinking, is it the door? But yeah. Anyway, so what you'd have is you'd have people instead of like doing this, going up, like inspecting your character. I can't inspect myself there, so I'll just have to do this way. And going, right, okay, well, you've got that, that's alright, and, well, that's okay, but this and that, and doing this over and over again, and like, it basically just comes with a number. And so, right, you've got a gear score of 400. And that's based on all the stuff you've got. And it doesn't take into account, however, what specific gear you've got. It's only taking in the power of the gear. So you could have a really powerful set of healing gear. But that doesn't count for shit if you're a dealer, if you're a damage dealer. So you'd have in the early days of gear score, and again this has been, and this was going to happen no matter what. So I'm not faulting gear score. This is natural. This is just a natural part of what's going to happen. Right? So what you'd have is you'd have like someone as like a paladin who could be a tank, healer, and damage dealer, wearing plate, whatever, and they'd have this really good healing set on. And they say, right, I've got healing gear. Okay, it's the best healing gear in the game, whatever. Right, well, you've got a higher gear score. We're not going to check what gear you've got. You've got a higher gear score, you can join the raid. And they do damage with it. And then people wonder why the damage is so low when they've got such a high gear score. It's because they're not wearing the gear they need for that specific role. But they needed it for their off-spec, or they graded it for their off-spec, or they've hoarded it for their off-spec, whatever the case may be, or they might not even play that spec at all. But because they want the high gear score, they've done that thing. And it happened with item level when that was introduced. I think they got item level into the game in either Wrath of the Lich King or Catalysm. But the gear score add-on was basically defunct. It was basically rendered obsolete by Blizzard because they made their own item level, and that's what mattered most. And item level has always been something that just escalated and been really hard to pin down, especially when you add something called Titan Forging. So Titan Forged, I think, was added in Catalysm, I want to say. It could be MOP, where basically gear had the chance to Titan Forge, and that was where an ordinary piece of gear had a chance to magically improve itself. You got water walking, so you can have that. You ain't got water walking either. So, the idea was you'd get, you know, like you get this piece of gear that would just get an extra bonus or whatever. And it was a bit... Some people liked it, because it was like, yay, my arm was even better. This item that I was going to get, hey, another fellow member of the Union. On the one hand, yeah, you get a better piece of gear. Awesome. On the other hand, it meant that you wanted every single piece of gear to get better. And when the world first race is coming around, it's like, we want to be the first guild in the world to clear this boss. And it's like, well, the gear we're getting is like, how come we're not getting Titan Forges? Our opponents are getting Titan Forges. It's like an unfair advantage, sort of thing. Oh, goody, I fell in the water. Right. Oh, I will give myself a little water breathing. Right, let's find our way out of here, shall we? This is nice, different change of pace, isn't it? So. That, to me, looks like our exit. So yeah. Right, I need to go to the deep run tram. So yeah. So you'd have these people who are getting some loot better than others. It's like, well, hang on, why am I not getting that? Yeah. And it went all to cock. But yeah, like item level, I think is a good system in theory. I think when it's done in a way where you don't have things like Titan Forge, Thunder Forge, War Forge, all this sort of stuff. I think it was in Heroics where you got Titan Forge gear. When you don't have all these things that are going to fuck with item level, it's sort of okay. Or you have tier system, and you just say, right, this is tier this, tier that, yeah. Great. Tier systems can work incredibly well. Oh, okay. I'm just going to screenshot that then. I know what I'm doing with a bank account, I think. So Desolus is a place to farm, apparently. Hello, you want water breathing? People, peeps. You want to touch my hand or something? It's okay if you do. Are you scared of the train? I'll hold your hand. He's got a throwing axe, nice. Wasn't the Fallen Spirit a human warrior? You are a fury warrior, yes? Oh. Protection stuff? No, you are strictly fury. Weapon mastery. Oh, nice. Next time I attack, strike an additional nearby opponent. Wow. Dual wielding. Can you get two-handed melee weapons in dual wielding yet, or is that a Wrath of the Lich King thing? I love a Prot Warrior personally. I'm going to continue playing Prot, I think, but for leveling, but I probably would be best tanking. But the thing is, I actually enjoy it though. I just enjoy playing Prot. At the speed, I'm fine. Yeah, it's slower. I could play Fury Warrior or Arms Warrior. Things would go a lot faster. And I don't care. So I'm enjoying the game. Is this server dead for raiding? That's a great question, actually. I'm not sure, because I imagine people are raiding on the server. It's just that one, they're either doing it in guilds because it's more reliable that way, or, I mean, here's the thing: what choices do you get? You've either got this one or the PvP one. There's no RP servers actually on Classic, TBC Classic, interestingly enough. It will be if you're coming. Everyone's raiding Zul'Gurub but nothing else. I mean, there's some damn cool gear in Zul'Gurub. I think it's actually one of the most mechanically intense dungeons in Classic as well, I think, because it's vanilla. Because, like, Molten Core, fairly basic. I think some of the other dungeons as well were like, the raids were fairly basic as well. Like, Zul'Gurub was like just insane the amount of stuff there is. There's a reason why in Catalysm, home of the heroic dungeon, right? They had Zul'Gurub and Zul'Aman's 5-man dungeons.
See you soon.
Fantastic! Now I may join the ranks of the few that displayed its contents. I can't wait to further peruse this text. It's a great day with Withywarlock. If you will just allow me to glance at it before you leave, I'm sure that Starhard will be willing to send me a copy.
Watch your back.
Well, it's hard to let go, but you found it, and you have more important things to do with it, of course. Just please be sure to mention to Starhard that I wanted a copy. Well, you're out. He had sent a message for you. He wanted me to tell you that his acolytes assist with the summoning. You'll have to acquire three roads of channeling. You might not know where to find them, but I do. They were last used by the Orcs of Dragonwall clans in the Westlands. Check their spellcasters. Okay, well, that's on our way to where we need to go. So, when we walk to there, we will naturally go here and have a look. But not tonight, because today we are actually going to first of all find an inn. And we're going to call it a day because it has been a very... I thought this was supposed to be a shorter episode. And yeah. It's supposed to be a shorter episode. Yeah, it's a bit of a placeholder, that photo. So yeah, this is supposed to be shorter. I don't know when the next episode is going to be. It'll probably be about, let's see, about a couple of days' time, I think. It was Nomeo. Well done on getting that name. Yeah, it'll be a few days, I think, before I am playing again. But it's been a pleasure and never a trial. Right. That's it for me. So thank you ever so much for watching. Take care, staff, and I hope you've enjoyed the episode. And I look forward to playing again. And hopefully my UI will look a bit better, because I will work on it. I am slowly but surely getting used to Elf UI. But I might just go to the old one, I'm not sure. We shall see. Right, thank you ever so much for watching. Take care, staff, and all the best. See you later. Bye now.